Hello, I'm back to play some more Islanders New Shores. Last time I got, I think, what's going to be the highest scoring Island 2 run that I could get for a while. The original plan was to play Island 2 as often as I did Island 1 to feel like I had a good strategy going into it. I don't feel like I need to do that for this run. I feel like the last run that I got was good enough where I can just go into Island 3 and do so comfortably. I think it's going to be where I get a big step up in how many buildings I can place. Like this one felt pretty similar in the amount of like how limited my draws were. Maybe I'm only going to feel it by like Island 5 or 6 where I'm able to play for the late game more than what I would coin the mid game. We'll see. I want to play around the guild halls just like I did last time. If I have any kind of duplicates, it should immediately go to them. When I get to the late game, maybe there's items that'll be better, but these guys scoring 160 points is insane. It's not okay. Let's go to the next island, see what new building we get. Oh, and we'll see all the bonus points that get racked up. I'm kind of interested to see. Highest building score, that's quite a lot. Man, more than doubling the score on, what is it, score loops. Wow. Okay, we've got single option because of bargain. Oh, and I don't even get to see what this is. Okay, so it's fine, because, like, I don't really want, or I'm not much of a fan of the sauna. I think I'd need verdure for more trees to be in the way and lumberjacks to be able to place around those trees. But I've heard, or, like, I've read before that, like, stellar is, like, one of the best options that you can get, and because islands work like similarly to boons, I'm not going to be able to see it on my next island afterwards, so it feels bad not picking this up. I'll now know about using bargain next time, that hey, at the end of my island, when I don't care about making a decision, that's when I use bargain to duplicate one of my buildings, because I had a guild hall down early where I could have gotten rid of bargain by this point. So I guess we just take tropical and terrace. Terraces, I think, scale off of, well, I guess we'll see in a second here. Oh, this is a water platform level for sure, right? Like, there's no way that I'm just expected to build on these two. I mean, a terrace is going to do wonders here. Terrace isn't going to do wonders here. I thought that I'd be able to place it higher. Like, maybe this is a good spot for a terrace to, like, get more build area around the statue, but... Or maybe down here by the trees. That feels pretty nice. I'll see what it scales off of first. Masons, city centers, plateaus. That's pretty simple, honestly. I thought there'd be more to do with the terrace. Can't make a choice, so we take the seaweed farm. I'd probably take it anyways. Or no, I would have taken the hops field, placed both of them by the statue so that I can keep the brewery for later rather than having to like commit to a seaweed farm area. Okay, so where can a shaman be beside all of the fields? That might also be beside a city center that I place down in the future so that I can get by some houses. I'm seeing some nice spots back here for a shaman. Underneath this archway is another good area, but I'd probably only be able to get like one here. I don't see a second one, so maybe it's not the best spot. In this corner would be nice, but that's not close enough to seaweed fields. Same with either of these two. If I were to put it on these rocks over here, I guess these ones would be stopped as well, but then the seaweed fields would have to be... So farm 1, farm 2, farm 3 doesn't work. I thought maybe, but I'd have to place this one first. This one, if I can get it on the corner even, this one second so that I get all the doubles there, and then this could be the third one to get the fields, no farms. And this, if I place it back out here, yeah, this could get all of the fields and no farms. If I'm expecting to get 4 seaweed farms, which yes, with this amount of points I should be, this seems like a pretty good spot. It just seems out of the way for all the shamans. I mean, a lighthouse here would do pretty well, and... Had to step away for a brief moment. I'm back. So the seaweed farm placement that I wanted to before I left was these 2 seaweed farms. One here is the third one, and then one here is the fourth one. And then a lighthouse is in range of all of them. I just want to see if there's fish nearby, because lighthouse work really well with fish. Okay, so it looks like all of the fish spots are out here. A little bit harder to tell with the rain. And there's another outcropping over here. So if I wanted to do lighthouses in the best spot, it would be a lighthouse here over top of all the fish spots. So the fisheries can go here in range of the city center. Maybe that gets placed on this side. I'm assuming a city center is going to be placed over here. Or I just don't even play for city centers. I get like maybe one or two of them. Um, I don't know if I'm getting enough buildings to, or like if I'm getting too many buildings to dump city centers like I have been. We'll see. We'll see. I still think this is too good of a placement to give up. I mean, there's gonna be a couple like quad seaweed fields that I can place down, like ones that'll score off of 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Like this guy right here is gonna score off of all of the 4 seaweed farms. Same with maybe this one right here. It might be a little bit too cramped though. I'm not gonna have space to play like 12 seaweed fields in here, and I'm just playing shamans against like one here to be able to benefit off of the seaweed fields, and that's not too much. If I play one here, none of the rays are getting blocked, so that's not going to work. I could look elsewhere for seaweed farm spots then, because it's not perfect. This is my... Maybe it's not even my best bet. I think putting them beside the fishers would be nice. Okay, so then I'd want to place seaweed farm 1, and then 2, and then 3 could be placed here, and 4 could be placed here, roughly. Yeah, that seems good enough. I just need to place these guys far enough off to the left, which then doesn't get as many fields in range of this guy. Ooh. Okay, so if I angle him in, so for the 10 points, it would be like this. I'd have to angle this guy in a bit, both of them, rather than putting them fully out, because I think it's going to hit the net and be too close. That's just past the edge of, like, the whitewash on the water. And if I do it like this, yeah, it's not going to pick up too many of the fields if I do it that way, but it'd still pick up some of them without having to go over top of one of the other seaweed fields. Or I could play this one first to be able to pick up all of the fields. And if it gets played all the way back here, then the second one that I can play would be where? Like that, I guess? No, I think, yeah, it'd be running into this guy. I think I'm trying to over-engineer this spot too much to fit 4 seaweed fields. This spot, if this has legs, I place 1 on both sides. I'd have to angle them out. They don't hit each other. Like, one gets placed like this, the second one gets placed like this, the first one gets placed outwards. There's a couple duplicates in the middle, but not as many as I would like. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 that get played. And then the other seaweed farms, there'd be... Oh, no, they've got too much of a range. They would hit the other farms, so this spot doesn't work. A shaman up here might work, but oh, there's a lot of hidden fish spots. Okay, so this is where I'm going to be putting my fisheries, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like. Let me just double check with this. Scanning. Yeah. If I'm trying to play seaweed farms over here to try to get extra points for the fisheries by like 2 or 3, I can just play fisheries over here for more of the points. And then I could maybe get them down here close enough to be in range of a warehouse, and all of my industry buildings are over here. It looks like a terrible island for brickyards as well, which I usually love placing sand pits, brickyards, and masons, but I might not be able to do that in as high of an amount. So then I'm going to go with this spot over here for the seaweed farms. If I eventually run out of space for seaweed fields, I guess that's my bad, but I'll see if that happens first. So these 2 seaweed farms just have to be in range of each other, which means I'm going to have to take an early hit to points to be able to get a bunch of doubles. And I want to play them far off to the right so they don't interact with this guy, and not too far out either so they don't interact with this guy. That's really limiting, but I should be getting a brewing pack on my next selection, which will get me enough points by the statue to make it to the next pack without having to play any fields. Right, I have to play 2 fields at the beginning. Oh, that's so rough. Ah, okay. These 2 definitely take up the space of where the other 2 farms go. Okay, if I play this guy out here, I'd want to play the 2 fields like all the way out here, which just feel bad. It's not the worst, but it's not what I want either. Yeah, I'd really prefer to take a brewing pack at the beginning when able. Man, that choice for bargain has really messed me up. Oh, do I have to angle it in to make it fit? If that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. I just want to check the other guy. The other guy is fine being lined up normally. It's odd. It looks like it's a symmetrical archway. I guess it's the first building that goes down. It's not going to matter. And we will place it high so that seaweed fields can fit underneath it. So like this. And then double check that, yes, seaweed fields can fit underneath it completely. So if I were to place this one here against the wall as much as I can, is that the, like, the grid that I want, though? I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'd place it like this, meaning I would place one around here. That's still a bit too close to the seaweed farm that's going to go on the left, so I should place one, like, all the way out here. Wow, that's a far distance away. And then after I place this, I'll check with the next seaweed field to make sure that it, like... it's not a good seaweed field to check. It's not a... I'm going to call this a 3x1. This being, well... Yeah, this being a... What would I even call this seaweed field? A triangle? Triangle's better. If I don't get a 3x... Or if I get a 3x1, I can see a little bit closer to the wall if it, like, lines up properly. Here's gonna work. Yeah. Ooh, if I played them closer, the seaweed farm that I place here, I guess it's only benefiting 4 off of every field compared to benefiting 8 off of every one that I place afterwards. So it's still better to play them on the outside here. Now Brickmaker or Brewing, there's not much space for Brickmaker, don't want many of them, so I'll take a brewery, and I get a bunch of seaweed fields that I don't want. This is going to be a rough start. Hops fields out here I feel like the best bet, and then I can place my mill a bit closer. Maybe parks go... Well, parks would have to be beside the hops field, and if they're placed all the way in this corner, it's not going to have as many hop fields in range. I think it'll be fine. So I'm planning on playing my Hermitage up top here as well. 1, 2. Now, do I play the brewery early ever? I think it takes up a bit too much space. Oh, it's out of range of that one hop in the back. This would be a pretty nice spot for it since it fills up this section so nicely. And I can't undo my first placement. Yeah, that feels like it's taking up too much real estate from where the hop fields in the future want to be placed. So I need 25 points. If I play 9, 10, and 11, that's going to get me there, but I don't want to have to. What it's looking like is I might have a seaweed field spot over here, or seaweed farm spot over here that does better. I have to place all 3 of the fields. It's going to mean that they score so much less than what I want them to, but there's nothing else that scores higher. If I do place this brewery for 18, I could get away with... Is that getting away with playing 1? 25, 9... It's a few points extra. So if I play the brewery early, then I only have to play 1 field, but then I'm shoehorning bad spots for... Like, I'm messing up spots for parks later on, and parks could score like 20. I guess these seaweed fields could also score 20 if I get another farm down. I don't like committing to it early. I'll do this one instead. And then we can play one out here, I guess. It's close to where this guy would be. And I can't do that. Feels like it's taking up real estate that I don't want it to. Oh, I could check to see if, like, this has been lined up nicely. I think so. I think well enough. Yeah, okay, because it clips into that wall, it seems like it's perfect. That feels like a safe bet. Oh, and I can't fit anything in this corner. I mean, I could over here in the back, but none of the other farms are picking up from it. Can I play one and like lose out on it getting double points from 2 farms? Just eat that loss. Yeah, I think taking up this space is too nice for getting in range of this seaweed farm eventually and this seaweed farm. Okay, but after I've built this now, because there's so many fields already in play, it might be better for my farms to be played here, angled in, not to get this farm, and here, angled out. It just means that I don't get to play any fields for double points. We'll see, we'll see. Now city pack or brickmaker pack. I'm gonna still hold out on the city pack. I'm gonna take the brickmaker pack instead. Hop field is a free placement. We'll place it on this side so that it's in range of the brewery a bit more than it was last time. And then the sand pits, where are they gonna go? Oh, it's gonna be hard getting max points on these. I'm really only gonna see, okay, 14, 15's the max. And maybe another one that's a high score coming from this side? No, nothing. I think I saw 12 back there, and that's what I'll go with. Okay, if I place this, where am I placing my brickyard? I could place it up here, deleting some trees. I mean, I could place it back here, maybe, and it might be in range because of how high the sand pit goes. It'll be in range of another sand pit if I place it, like, here, which will be out of range of the other one, granting 13 points. That's pretty nice. The next one that I play could be around here for maybe I'll get 12 points, and it's in range of that brickyard up there, and then I can place another brickyard down here that's in range of these 2 sand pits without being in range of that brickyard. I think that's how it goes. So we play you for 12, because that's the max that I've seen. Angling up is definitely not the way. 12 points, I think. 13 is the max, it looks like. I'm fine with the brickyard up here. It'll also be in range of any masons that I want to play along this wall, which feels good. Okay, what's up next? Lumber pack. We get another seaweed farm. Okay, so now let's see if it's worth it to take a hit in points. Because, oh, this does pick up all of the fields. Oh, that's nice. Okay, okay. So it's not as bad as, like, placing it over... Well, if I were to place it over here and I get 30 points, I'm not going to be able to play any doubles off of it. And I'm not going to be able to play a field over here, or a farm over here to pick up all of these guys. Now, okay. If I play this to get 18 points, maybe I can eke out the last 4 there. 22 instead. Yeah, so if I play this for 22, is it going to be in range of this guy is what I have to worry about. I could play him even further out to just get 18, and that's it. Yeah, and then there leaves enough space over here for more fields in the future to be around this farm too. If I were to place a field, yeah, anything that I place here is still going to be in range of this guy, even if he is this far out. So then the best placement for this guy, I believe, is to be as far back as I can get him on this wall while still picking up all of the fields. And high enough that he doesn't take up space from seaweed fields that can go underneath him. So like this. That hits all of the fields. I can play double fields. It's still getting me points. So it's not like I need to wait on like another building pack cycle. Like I don't need to try getting these 60 points before playing it and taking a hit, meaning like it's harder to get me to the next pack. It's an increase in points. It'll be fine. If I play it here, I'll conceivably get like 4 beside this guy, meaning that I get 32 points out of this location. And it's building seaweed fields in the area that I want to build them in. So it's better than placing it for 34 points on the other side, which is only going to benefit me by 24 points, which is if I were to place 3 fields beside it. Now, okay, if I do make a placement here, yeah, it would be... No, I don't think it'd be too difficult to make a placement here that would get all of the fields and no farms. But then I'm not getting any of the doubles or the triple points from the fields themselves. So I think this is my best option. And then I can place this seaweed field comfortably. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be in range of the other guy. I'll see. If I need the 20 points, I'll place this guy for sure. If we had any more sand pits, I'd feel comfortable in placing this brickyard. It is in range. Oh, if I get that sand pit, yeah. But this one isn't. Oh, that's nice that I've got 3 spots for brickyards like that. And then I can place masons all in the middle of the brickyards. That worked out. Building vertically is going to be a lot more interesting than building on flat ground. I mean, it's a 15-point hop field. If I can place them this way, yeah, I think I can fit in 2 this way. I should have done that to this one then too, so that I could have placed 4 along this area. What I actually should have done, now thinking about it, is placing 1, 2, 3, 4, and then placing 2 like this, meaning that any parks that I place here are going to hit the maximum amount of hop fields on this little corner area. And the brewery might have also been able to reach it since, well, it might not have been able to reach this hack, but it could have been able to reach this hop field. I hope that there's enough space to play the other one. I mean, with it moved down like this, I feel like there is. That looks like enough space. I'll leave it. I'll leave it be. Now we need to get another 37 points. Playing the field over here is worth, I think, 20 where I wanted to place it. Meaning I only need 17 points, so the brickyard does not get me there in score, because it'll get a max of 14, unless I somehow got it in range of the statue in these 2 sand pits. So it might be time to play the lumberjacks. Now, that's a lot of points. I am expecting to play a Hermitage in this area, though. If I play it aligned on like the left side, like maybe on this piece instead, to pick up the hop fields and the wheat fields and any parks that I place down, it'll be outside of range of these lumberjacks. So I think I'm fine playing for the max amount of points in this area with lumberjacks. I just don't want to encroach too far in this direction. Or I just don't play for a Hermitage and I take some really high point lumberjacks. It's a difficult decision. I think I'm fine with the 15-point placement here, though. And then the next placement could be another 15 points down here. We'll play this one first so that I can, because I have more free space to move this guy around up top. And then we'll want, like, there needs to be a spot where I can just place a bunch of lumberjacks side by side so that sawmills can benefit off of them more. And I would preferably like the sawmill to be here so that it can be by the warehouse again. The warehouse being... Okay, the warehouse has a bit more range than the sandpit or the brickyard, I think I remember. One of these two. Yeah, the sandpit is an angled thing. The brickyard is what I was trying to match it up to. So if it has a bit more range, it's hitting that sandpit. It's going to hit a sawmill there. It could hit another sawmill that gets placed here if I need to. And it's going to hit all of the masons along this wall. It means that I'm not building 4 cities at all. But that wasn't the plan to begin with. Okay, we play one for like 13 points back here, and then we play one beside it for another 13 points, because this one gets up to like 17, I think. So we play one here. Yeah, and then this one is worth 17. Or 2. And then if I want to play a sawmill over here, it can be out of range of this sawmill, benefiting from all the lumberjacks that get placed here. So if this is 9 points, it's actually going to be an extra 7 from this sawmill and another 7 from this sawmill over here. If I play this guy up here, he is in range of both of them. Okay, so it can be worth 13 points up here, plus an extra 7 from the sawmill down below, being 30 by the end of the game. Or if I place this 9-point one, it's worth 16, it's worth 23 instead of the 20 points. And if I really wanted to, I could play a sawmill up here to be out of range of both of these guys. Again, that's beside a Hermitage, so that might not be kosher, but it could be played after the Hermitage if I have the ability to. Now, if I were to place lumberjacks outside of range of these two, and still within range of like the other sawmills that I want to place, where could they go? I mean, it's not really looking like anywhere, honestly. I could play one up here. It's not worth the points. It's only 17 compared to back here for, yeah, more early points and more points overall. I think I also saw 14 somewhere. Yeah, it picks up that tree. Got it. So I need to do that movement. It's a bit more in the center. I don't like it as much. It'd probably be that I play a like 13.1 here, and then I play to get all of the tree. Yeah, 12, and then this one. That's where my lumberjacks in the future will go. For now, I'll play the... Okay, if I play the 9 point now, I don't get to the next building pack. I have to play another building. I don't want to have to do that. I know that I'm going to get another lumberjack. It's going to happen. So I'm going to play the 12 point guy up here to get me to the next pack. We take the masons because we can't take the city pack. We got more hops fields. Now we'll be able to... Oh, that's tragic. I mean, the other direction I wasn't going to be able to fit it in anyways, but... Yeah, they're just slightly bigger in this direction. I would have gotten 3 had I done it that way. Now, I want to leave some space in the middle of these hops fields. Maybe a 3x1 park goes there? I think they're longer, though. Maybe a 3x1 park goes along here. Maybe a 3x1 park goes along here. It would be perfect if I could get it here, because I want to play hops fields like this, and then maybe a park here so that it gets the majority of these hops fields, the statue, and then any more that I place on the outside. Could also play one here, and then a 2x1 park goes here. It's not hitting as many hop fields as I would like. So I think the play is to do a straight line of hop fields back here. And this one still gets in range of all of them that I've played before. I could play this one. But then that means that any parks that I play in these areas need to be 3x1s. I'd kind of want a 2x1 park first to see if I have to like angle a hop field like this to make space. Yeah, like this. But I'll play a hop field for 2 less points and continue with my current alignment. Now I have 3 masons to play. Masons go down before the brickyards. I'm expecting to play a brickyard over here. I'm expecting to play a brickyard here, and maybe one in the future over here if I get more sand pits. So the only place for all of my masons to go is here, but they want to be beside terraces, which I guess I could play one anywhere around here, which gives me a lot of options in the future, which is nice. If I need to get my warehouse or my market in a better spot. And I think buildings also like being near terraces. So if I could like help it, I would want to play a plateau that gets like cinched underneath the ground here. Then I'd play a terrace on top of it, and then I'd play a bunch of houses both underneath on the plateau and on top of the terrace, with masons like flanking the 2 sides, so that all of the houses in the center get as many points as possible. Mansions, they'll just go beside the city center or something wherever it gets played. Maybe some of the mansions could benefit from both the terrace and the plateau, because they're the short range ones. I could play the houses on like the ridges around here. So if I want to place a plateau, I'm thinking, is it here? Because then it gives me more space to work on, and then my terrace can go above it, and then that's also like close enough to this ledge that it just works. I feel like this is getting rid of too much space on the bottom, because you can play buildings underneath the terrace. Here, let me play this so that I can show you. So you can play buildings in the center underneath here. I think this is like a 4x4 housing space or a 3x3 housing space. I want to make sure that I can play on the inside and some things around the outside, but I don't know how much I'll be able to play around the outside, seeing as I don't have very much island space. Like if I went up here and played it, sure, I can play around the outside, but I'm also not getting enough houses for playing around the outside to matter, I guess. Not that many. I guess that leaves, if I play it down here, that leaves enough space for like 1 mansion or 2 mansion on the bottom. And I don't know if I can place this on top of a plateau. I would love if I could, but I don't know if that's the case yet. Because then it would get a little bit of extra height. I don't have to move it in as far to be able to get it like... Or is it inline before? I mean, it's a bit higher if I do this. It's probably like, it might actually even be directly in line if I leave it like this. Okay, if my warehouse is going here, I don't want to place my plateau and terrace here. I could play my plateau and terrace here. That feels like it leaves a lot of empty space here for houses. Sure, I wanted to place one of my sawmills here, but I can bite that bullet. The sandpit would go down before any of these guys. The masons here are going to be in range of the terrace. I mean, the range of the terrace. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's going to have the masons in its area of effect. I just want to make sure that the plateau that's also going to be played near the terrace is going to be in range of the masons as well. I think I just start filling up this side with them. I mean, okay, if I play one all the way over here and one all the way over here, they're out of range of each other. That gets me an extra 4 points now, but then I have to play a plateau in between them, and I don't want to do that. I could say no, brickyard goes in the corner, and there's just going to be a brickyard that goes here, and I get a third one that goes here, and then I can place all of my masons in this area. Let me just see. If a brickyard goes here, yeah, I have like full reign to do whatever I want on this wall. If I play a brickyard here outside of the range of this guy, which, let me cinch him in as much as I can. Like this. Okay, so if I'm playing him for, he has to be rotated, 10 points here, I'd have to play a brickyard all the way out here. Meaning I only have this from like this line going forward to play masons. Okay. Play one. Double check. Oh yeah, that's a lot more space than I was expecting. I could maybe even get one more off on the right side of it. I think I'll just move this guy over like a half space though. And do I have him stick out of the top more? I think so. Just in case there's anything up top that needs to be in range of the masons, because the like stilts that the masons are on count as the building. So the higher I place it up, the more effective space the mason is taking up. And I don't have to be worried about like cramming in space yet. I did get a wall platform last time, so I could possibly place a wall platform here instead of like a terrace or something to give me more building space in this area. So the lower I put them down, the easier it is going to be to place that wall platform in the future. I'll do that then. Play them lower instead of higher. Lower. Playing a mason for 5 points feels bad, but I think it still is the correct play, having all of them beside each other. If I need to in the future, I can really move them off to the side to get them in range of the brickyards, but not the other masons. So I play this one, and then I play a brickyard to get all of their points. Now, I think this one is a safe... No. This, even though it's less points now, feels like a safer brickyard to play. I can play a sandpit aiming in this direction, I think, while being outside of range of that sandpit. And then I leave this space open for anything like a warehouse. If I play this guy here... Okay. If I play him here, I could fit a warehouse in on the left-hand side, angled in like this direction. I think it's like 2 brickyards worth of space. So like this feels like enough. And then this would be enough for a second warehouse. Yeah, playing a brickyard here feels a bit iffy for now. I want to have the buildings in my hotbar to be able to like test how much area they take up. I can't get that guy in for the extra 4 points. Yeah, I'm taking an 8-point hit if I do that. Well, I don't need to think about it. And the farther I place them out, the easier it's going to be to place buildings in the future. So it goes there. Let's take the... Oh, I was going to say take the... Yeah, we can take the boon before the city pack. Just forgot how to back out. Boon. We get to either add a terrace or a wall platform. I can't remember what wall platform points scale off of, but I honestly think a terrace is just better because I've already played for masons to be in range. The terraces don't like each other though. I have to place them a far distance away, so I'd have to place one like all the way over here to be just barely in range of the masons, and then one like that it could go out on the water here, which does give me more space for things like warehouses or markets or... But a wall platform would extend my range to be able to get a Hermitage up here earlier. I think Hermitages are able to be played on any ground type. They don't need specifically grass. Terraces, more base points. Wall platforms, more options. Take a wall platform. Okay. Then the building pack, we take the lighthouse because I don't want to see a city pack. That's a lot of seaweed fields. Kind of don't want to see it. 43 and then another 40 around here. I mean, that's not half bad. There's no way that I can angle it to get a 42, right? Oh, 43. Okay, so it just needs to be really far off the... which is good that it takes up less space for it to be positioned that far off. I wonder if these two would interact with each other. This one seems to be fine just about anywhere. I mean, you could get a 44 point, but then it restricts its location. This is definitely going to be out of range of, yeah, the 43 that goes over here. If I play the lighthouse early, the seaweed fields and the farms are no longer going to benefit it points. So I'm losing straight up 10 points from all of the seaweed fields that I could place. But I don't want to play any more of my seaweed fields before I place any farms. So I need something to get me points to get to the next round. A 26 terrace feels like it's too low. I'd want city centers or I'd want more masons to be played beforehand. I could play a brewery for 38, and that feels like the best amount of points right now. I don't want to take up the prime real estate of where the parks or future hop fields are going to go. If I place it here, more hop fields are going to be along this wall. I'm losing 5 points, but I think that's fine. And then maybe I could play a sawmill early to get the other points that I want. To get to the next building pack without having to play lighthouses or seaweed fields. How much base points are the wall platforms? Because I think, yeah, they're 10. And they only care about being beside city centers. So if I play it now, I could get a base amount of... Oh, it's green. It's green. Oh, that changes things. Because then I could play it like out here and have more parks be beside it. Okay, if I play it here, then my Hermitage is also going to be in range of all of the parks and the hops fields that go on top of it. And then that would change my brewery spot to being in the center here and being fine with it. The hops fields that I place here are no longer going to benefit it. Ooh, that's a difficult decision then. If I have a green wall platform, that does also fill out a lot of space. It's a consideration for the future. I think I can leave it for the future. I'm fine to play a 33 brewery here with hops fields continuing to be built on this side. Am I? Yeah, they feel far enough away from the lumberjacks that I'll be able to manage a Hermitage spot. And if I can't, I'll just bite the bullet and say, the green wall platform is now just a regular wall platform that I'll play to place the Hermitage on top of. Yeah, and it lines up perfectly with the ground there. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, okay. Now a sawmill, I'd need to play 2, or I'd need to just play this 1 to get me enough points. The lumberjacks that I'm playing in the future are going to be 1 more here and more here, so it's in range of the sawmill, so that, like, okay, yes, lumberjacks get played first, and then the sawmill gets played second for 7 points, compared to sawmill getting played first and lumberjacks getting played second for 4 points. I'm taking a 3-point hit, but I get to the next building pack. I think that's more worth it. I'm deleting 1 tree as well from all future lumberjacks. It's fine. I want to make sure that this here extends out, yeah, past the lumberjack to the right, so that when I do play the 14-point lumberjack, now reduced by 4 from this guy, like the 10-point lumberjack here, that it's still in range of the sawmill. We'll take the farming pack, not the city pack. Now the mill wants to be beside the basins for an extra 2 points, but I'm gonna say no, you don't need to be. All of your wheat fields are gonna go beside the statue for extra points, and the Hermitage is gonna like it more. Yes, the Hermitage isn't gonna like the mill being beside the wheat fields, but that's a reduction in points that's fine. Now I play 1 mill over here in the corner to begin with, like this, and then I can play, hold on. If I play a mill here, do I have space for 2 wheat fields? It looks like 1. That only looks like 1 space. Oh, that's tragic. I mean, I could try it. I've got the undo button. So I place it as far off to that side as I can. Oh, just barely. Okay, yeah. So then the mill is going to go here. Let me see if I can do that in the other direction then, because it'll help me place my mill. So I go 1, 2. Yeah. So if I play the wheat field first and the mill second, this guy is getting 4 points from wheat fields. This guy's getting 5 points from mills. However, I can like push this guy into the corner and align him perfectly. I'm fine taking a 1-point hit to be able to do that. Then I just want to double check where in the future wheat fields could be placed to hit that mill. So 1 could be placed back here, 2 could be placed here, 3 is not going to happen. 3, 4 possibly, and then 5, 6 because we've already proven it on this corner for it to line up. 7 wheat fields around 1 mill is very good, except for, what is it, like 1, 2, 3 of the wheat fields being gated from the other mill that I would place here to pick up the wheat fields but not the mill in the future. That's fine. That's fine. Yes. We've also got another brewery. The brewery would want to be placed over here where the Hermitage I'm originally planning for is going to go, so that it's out of range of the -11. I mean, it's actually not any better. Okay. I'll find a spot for it up here eventually. It's probably something that goes on the wall platform, now that I'm looking at it. To get an extra 11 base points, to not take up real estate from the parks and the hop fields that I want to place up here. I can play down the wheat fields for free. Now, if I play them back in here first, yes, they do take up less space. If I play the ones out here, though, right, I am taking space away from the parks, and I'm also getting rid of the flowers. But I think that's fine. I will play it a little bit off this ridge, though, so that, like, if I were to put it right up against it, maybe there's not enough space. What the hell? What? What do you mean? What do you... That's a wheat field spot? That's not right. They're not supposed to go into the ground like that. Okay, if I place it slightly out, it's both in range of the mill and away from this ledge, so that any parks that I try to get down in this space are not going to be like... The wheat field overhanging from the edge is not going to stop a park from being placed. Then I can play another one here. It's in range of... Wait, this guy... Okay, he was in range of the other wheat field. Is this guy? He isn't. So I need to connect them with the wheat fields before I do that. Which means I could place one here, I think. Okay, let me just double check that a wheat field is like the exact width of a statue. I think it's maybe a bit less. No, it seems like the exact distance. So I place one aligned to the statue, which will allow me to place another one here in the future. I placed my... Yeah, that's going to work out. And I think this one is even locking to the field that's been placed on that side, which is nice. But this one isn't in range of that field. Okay, so I placed my wheat fields in the wrong order. I needed to slowly walk them out. Because wheat fields score based off of wheat fields in their range and those that are considered connected. I don't know if these guys are considered connected. I might have to place some back here first to do so. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Even though a mill that I get in the future is not going to be played as early because I need more wheat fields to be in front of it, I want my wheat fields to be connected while I'm placing them. A mason isn't going to grant me very many points. A sawmill is, unless I place it up here, which I don't want to have to do, is going to grant me 21. How am I going to get to the next round? I could play one seaweed field for 20 points. And then I'm only losing 4 because the farm that I place in the next location is still going to pick up this field for points. And I think I'd rather place it like this, so that one in the future can be placed here to maybe hit all 4 of them. We take shamans for sure. So the original ooh, another seaweed farm. That's great. That's great. Am I able to get it to be placed here without hitting that farm? 18 points, not as many as I was hoping for. I was hoping to be able to hit these 2 farms here. Yeah, that's inconceivable. Do I place this one first then? It earns me 30 points. If I find a way to get this 6 points and all of the fields ahead of me as well. Oh, 30. Like that. It does extend a bit too far out in this direction, meaning I'm not getting as many duplicates in this valley, which means I might just take the 24 points all the way back here instead. 26. Yeah, is there any way to get that farm and not... like that last field on the edge there that I'm flickering right now? Is there any way to do that and get water at the same time? I don't think so, because I have to come back, yeah, a pretty far distance. So it'd be like here that I'd want to place this one, which is in the range of this guy. So I do have to play him first, even though he's only 18 points. How did I do that before? I think just playing it for 18 is fine. There might have been a place where I got more points. Yeah, I was trying to skim that guy for an extra 4, but it's not happening. And I can't get 18 by playing him even closer. Okay, so I can take 14 points and be closer, or I can take 18 points and be further away. I think 18 points and be further away is fine. I think I actually want it to be further away, because when I place it here and I play Seaweed Fields, this is the only one that's not going to be in range of it. And then everything that I place in the future is going to be in range of, yeah, all 3. Okay. Oh, okay, it does fit. Oh, that's very nice. Yep. And I'm fine to play a couple Seaweed Fields for my next farm, because they're so far out of the range. That one is not going to be scoring off of anything in the future. That one is not going to hit this guy. Please find a place. This one is also not going to hit that guy. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely glad with where I ended up putting the seaweed farms. It does suck that I had to play out here for all of these points, and I don't have like a bunch of seaweed fields in backlog to be able to fill this with like 8. But it's still working out. It's still working out. Adds a lot of fields and a lot of masons. Oh, I've got 6 masons. Sure, they're not worth many points now, but when I place my terraces and my plateaus, they're going to be worth a lot more. Now, that's also something I could have done. Instead of playing my wheat fields beside the statue for 5 points, I could be playing them on the plateau for 3, and then I could be getting the plateau beside the masons, and that's where I build all of my greenery. But I'm fine with where they are, where they've been placed. If I place this guy, do I also... Oh, this one's in range of the statue too. That's very nice. And then, even though this gets a few more points, I don't want to break how tightly packed everything's been. So I'm going to place this guy here. And then we get a boon. We'll check out what that boon is. Shrink building or precious. The next building placed can earn 1 point from all buildings that normally don't affect its score. I need a big radius building. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Shrink building, not all that great. Sure, if I can use 3 of them, it might be nicer. And with like minimal space to build on this wall here, maybe fitting like 3 warehouses in beside each other is great. But if I take precious, let me just activate it and not use it. Select the terrace. Look at that. Look at how many 1 points it's getting from everything. From everything. A 90-point terrace. This is one of my high scoring buildings now. I don't think shrink building is getting me 90 points anywhere. We'll deactivate that. And the shaman. I don't think it's ready to be placed yet. I do want to like just see where I could place them. I want to see how good this setup was compared to just like blocking all of the rays in a corner somewhere else. Okay, 25 points isn't bad. It's not great either. We got a spot for 21 points. Is that going to block all of the rays? No. If I can get them into these little pockets, 24 points. So I had 25 points over there, and these guys are scoring very similarly. There's another 24. Another one. I guess anywhere along these walls is going to be 24 points. Not this guy for some reason. That's a lot of flowers. Hey, 29 points ain't half bad. It does mean that a city center that goes down here can't be played up on this wall because it's taking a -10 point to this shaman. But if it's earning me 5 more points than everywhere else, and maybe some houses could be placed here, because I was planning on placing like my terrace around this area. Maybe. Oh, another 29 point. 33. Ooh, that's hard to pass up. I think I'm fine with 33-point shaman. Yeah, I'll place it here. Another seaweed farm. Okay, so we can get this guy into play. The original placement was like, I think it was up on, which stone was it? Was it the front stone or the back stone? 34. Compared to 32. Compared to 30. I think I'm liking the 30 placement the best. Okay, let me just see. 34, it's not much different than the 30 placement. Let me try placing it, see how many seaweed fields can like be in range of all 4 of them. And then base my judgments off of that. Okay, so we have a triple here. If I were to move that guy upwards a bit more, maybe it'll be of worth 4, and then it's just more worth it to make this placement here instead. Yeah, okay. And then this guy, can he also score off of all 4? You can score off of 3, right? That makes sense. And then we're scoring mostly 2s after that. But placement isn't getting better than this, I don't think. I mean, this is scoring off of 3. Yeah, I don't want to take up this position right here. Looks like that's scoring off of all 4. Maybe I can get another one that scores off of all 4. Yep. And off of 3. So it was like this. And then one in the future can be played for 3 points here. I'm gonna call it like, instead of triple, yeah. So this is played for triple or quadruples. This is played for triples. This is a quadruple. Sorry, triple? A triple? If I rotate it down like this, it's more, but I had to play like this in the future. If I get a 2x1, then that's a triple. And I will conceivably get that with how many other seaweed fields I'm placing. So we get 2 quadruples, it looks like. And a lot of triples after that. Okay, so then I'll play one of the quadruples. Is that enough points to get me to the next pack? Ah, close. I'll play some of my wheat fields then. Oh, it looks so neat and orderly. So nice. Oh, but this is gonna break it when I get to the edge of the statue. I guess I could have waited to play this one so that it could have been aligned to the rest of the fields and I don't have a weird like space in the middle. I guess I could also play a 3x1 park in there, in that space. That might be nice. Show me parks. Plateau. Okay. More hop fields. I kind of want to wait to place them. I'm fine to place another seaweed field. I'd already talked. Oh no, it doesn't extend far. It does. It does extend far enough off to the right, but it's so close. Like, yeah, it's pixel difference. Just making sure there isn't anywhere else that a 2x1 could go. Make more points. Oh, and I've still got the lighthouses in my back pocket to make a bunch of points off of all the farms and the fields I've placed down here. I already know where I want to play my sandpit, so we'll get that out of my inventory. It's not as much as I want because I can't move it up for the extra points because then the other sandpit hits it. I could. Okay, so it's 14 if I place it down here. It's a bit more if I get it in range of that brickyard. So I wanted to leave this space open for warehouses, so I'm not placing it in this direction, facing... Or do I do it like this? Okay, that's 16 points. And then I place a brickyard over here with that sand pit, and then I play my 2 warehouses here. Maybe they don't get the sawmill in range. They're not going to get the sand pit, but I think that's fine. Yeah, my fishers are going to find it hard to get in range of the warehouses anyways. Oh, it's nice seeing such a big bar down there. So many options. We want to play the masons before the brickyard. Forgot about that. It's worth an extra 5 down here? Why? Ah, the shaman. Yes, then it is good to have the brickyard here so that it's in range of all of the masons still. I could. Might not be in range of all of the masons over here. Might be more worth it because of the... No, right. I always forget. I think the brickyard should go down before the masons, but it's the other way around. So then I think it's fine to take the -8 point hit by playing it like this. Okay. Sandpit should go down first so that I have the least amount of choices available, so it's the easiest to make my decisions. It's on a bit of an awkward angle, taking up a bit more space than what I'd want it to, but it's 16 points instead of 8. There. Then a brickyard can... Oh, it's nice that it can tuck in under there. And then the 2 warehouses that I get are going to go here. I need to undo that action because I always forget. Masons first, brickyard second. Masons first, brickyard second. And the brickyard is still going to reach that last mason. Oh yeah, handedly. I guess there's no reason for me to place these yet unless I want to get the brickyard down, which I don't need to. I do know that I want to get a wheat field down in this location or around this area. If I do this, it might connect that extra wheat field for an extra 2 on all of them that I place, but then it locks in this size. It's like, oh, I have to fit a park there or it's just wasted space. I'm fine to do that though. And hopefully this counts as a... No, it doesn't count as a connected field. I'm still fine with that placement. But park is next? Ooh... Can I score with anything else to get me that amount of points to make it? I could play my 25-point shaman over here by all of the seaweed fields because I don't think any more are going to get in its range. No, there's an extra 2 that could get in its range. Playing it in the middle with like, it needs to be played against a wall here. If only I could place it on top of the farms or like on the wooden platform that's around them. Do fields like being beside shamans? I guess I can't check that anymore. Because then I could play this guy first without having to worry much. If I play him far enough on this side to hit a few of the fields, yeah, it's not worth it. The only guy that's going to be worth it is this one, and I have a lot of fields left to place before that happens. Oh, and if I play a shaman over here, the lighthouses don't like him, right? Yeah, I have to play the shaman after the lighthouses, so I don't want to play the shaman anytime soon. That's like a late game building. So now, I think there's a 29-point position here. It's in range of the other one, so it's not going to happen. I'm thinking that I save a shaman for my city center then, because I think 24 that I found on these walls over here? Yeah, if I like inch it in, it was 24 points. 26, okay. If I could place it beside a city center up against a wall, maybe it gets like 10 points, and then the 3 houses that it's beside get 15 to get it up to the same 26 points. Any buildings I place after that are just more worth it. What do I play for my last 8 points? Not a plateau yet. The plateau... That's pretty nice. It's not going to have any spaces to fit up here. Definitely not up top. But yeah, having more space to build out on the water and still being beside all these masons is great. I might have to stack my masons up to a second row up here, which gets rid of the spot for a wall platform above them, which doesn't even exist in the first place. Okay. Do my masons score enough points by doing that? Oh, they're in range of the shaman. No, I can't. Well, it's -5 points to it, but I don't want to take that free -5 point hit. Placing them beside the other masons that's just doing business, you know? Sawmill doesn't go down yet. I could play another hop field. That seems like a pretty easy placement. If I play a park there, it's going to be in range of all the hop fields in the back and this guy in the front. Right? I'd wanted to play a 3x1 back here, and then I can hopefully play... No, that's not going to leave enough space for a 2x2 park. So do I play it like this instead? To line up with the farms that I already have? I'll play this one for 19 points first. No, all of this was to try to work around parks. I can just play this wheat field here instead. Let me take parks. Give me a 3x1, please. No. Okay. Doesn't like being beside the mill, so I push it out to the side. That's 19 points. If I get any 3x1s, they're going to hit that mill, but they're also hitting a lot of other stuff. They're hitting about 20 points per. Pretty good for parks. If I place them where the wheat fields want to go, they're also worth 20. This one, okay, no. 22 is pretty good. It gets rid of the 3x1 spot that slots in there. If this is 19 compared to this being, yeah, like 18 or so, that means that a hop field in this location is better than playing a park in this position. And if I do it like this, I can probably play 2 side by side. Gets rid of the 1 space for parks here. But I guess I can always ruin my alignment and put the wheat field down here instead. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. So hop field 1. There's not enough space for a second one. Oh, it really seemed like it. They're a bit bigger than what I'm thinking. So then it's still best to play them sideways. I mean, I guess. No, if I do it like this, it'll save space for a 3x1 park to go vertically. So I'll do that. This and this. And then now, do I play a park or a field here? Oh, we'll get a boon first. A wisp. Oh, it's so late though. Oh, okay. Select a building to attach a wisp. It grants 5 points when scored and moves the wisp to that building. So what you want to do is play it beside, like, let's say you start at the very beginning of the game. It'll start on a statue. You'll play your, I don't know what you would do beside it first. Maybe you try putting your seaweed fields or farms close enough to the statue that it hops onto the seaweed farm, and you place the seaweed field beside it. That hop to the statue is to the farm is 5 points. The hop to the field is another 5 points. Fields score off of each other, so then it's an extra 5 points on every single field that you place, right? Then, oh no, they get stuck down here for a bit, but then you get it onto maybe a lighthouse that you play a bit earlier than what you'd want to, onto a fisher, onto a warehouse, something like that. The best ones to do it for are things like fields that you just play a bunch of. Like these hop fields, oh, it would have bounced on all of these really easily. It sucks that you can't place the brewery down early because it might get stuck on the brewery unless you somehow pull it back onto another hop field, making sure, like, you have to make sure that you put a hop field close enough to it. It could bounce off of all of these wheat fields, and if wheat fields score off of parks, do they? No, they don't. Okay. You'd have to find a way from that wisp to go from a hop field onto a park as maybe an intermediary onto one of the fields, which maybe if mills score negatively or positively off parks, no, they don't. Okay. So it might be hard to pass them between these two. The most like easy and common example is just houses and mansions. Whenever you need to swap them between each other, you use either a fountain or a park because a park will score off nearby houses. And same thing as a fountain. And then you can place a mansion that scores off of the nearby park. So you get like an extra, so you've got 10 houses. It's an extra 50 points right there. Precious is giving me like 80. Wisp could do the same. Now, if I take it here, that means that I'm not going to be getting it for the next island. Which I think last time I did it. When I didn't take the boon, it just stays there until I take it the next time. If I go to add a boon pack. No, okay. I had shrink building before, and now shrink building is no longer showing up. So if I leave wisp behind, I don't get it for this run. Now, wisp, if I bounce it 10 times, is worth 50 points. Duplicate could be worth like 120 again if I get another good guild house spot. But then I'm building specifically for guild house. If I'm playing wisp, I'm building specifically for wisp, and that can get difficult at times. Let me see how many buildings I have that could like easily bounce off of each other. I think I've got two assorted of buildings. Also, if buildings score negatively off of each other, the wisp will bounce to and from. So like I play two fishers side by side, they normally get a minus 11. They're only going to get a -6 because the wisp still bounces as long as it scores in that range. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. And precious is something that I could use with the terrace to like pull the wisp from anywhere back onto it. Which is an interesting mechanic, but I don't think something that is going to be beneficial. Well, okay, you could pull it off of anything in the area onto houses that you play later, but I want to play the terrace at such a late point in the game when all of my other buildings are down, so it's getting as many +1 points as possible, that it's not something that I can conceivably use to like bounce onto houses again afterwards. Well, maybe. It would be worth more points, but it feels like I'm getting backed into a worse position than what I want to be in. Duplicate feels like it's easier, less thinking. Maybe I have a chance of seeing summon wisp again if I don't take it, and hopefully as an earlier boon or on a level that lasts longer. I think I'm going to take duplicate and take like the 100 or so points that I'm going to get off of a second guild house. I think that's how many I'll get off of it anyways. Yeah, my draw's starting to get limited. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough buildings to benefit off of the wisps. Okay, now what do I use to get to the next round? I think a wheat field here is fine. And then do I get one more in range of... It doesn't get in range of the mill, so it's not getting an extra 5 points of what it could be, but it is beside the statue, so it still is. This is the best place to play a field. Now, if I play a park here, I mean, that's worth 26 points. I'll take a park here that's worth 26 points. And then they definitely get worse as you move up, but yeah, we'll take it. I think there was a monument that liked parks being in their own area, not beside other, what is it? Farms, the wheat fields or the hop fields. And I'm going to get to the monument as a building. So the more parks that I can place like along this edge rather than in the middle of everything. Yes, I'm taking less points now, but I think it's like an extra 8 points for a monument. I don't think I'll get 2. Something to consider. Now a hut or a city pack. Do I want to start putting down residential buildings for late game? My recording cut out because I didn't have enough disk space left on the hard drive I was recording on. Didn't take much time to get me back. I did take a panoramic view of the island. We'll be seeing that at the end so that you can see the island getting built in stages. Hopefully when I build bigger islands in the future, I'll remember like on every like hour or 2 to do those cinematic shots so that you can see the island as it's being built at the very end. I think it looks very nice to like see it grow in a very short amount of time, especially because it takes such a long time to play this game. No, I had the choice between a city pack and a hut. Do I want to take residential buildings to try to make some of them like markets or circuses or taverns to be better? I'm liking how much industry I have and building for industry. It means that my shaman could be better. It means that my parks or fountains could be better. It means that my plateaus are going to be better. It means that I think terraces are also going to be better. They like being played there. I could maybe play some houses in front of all the masons and get a bunch of points. So I think I should start taking the city pack. Build up some houses and mansions in my inventory, even if I don't use them yet. Okay. Still don't want to like think about placing masons yet. The parks. I was talking about a monument that I'm going to be getting, being better around just parks or fountains, and not around any of the farms that like surround them. However, they're only 8 points per park, meaning if I play one over here for, yeah, like 8 points, it gets doubled to 16. If I play one over here for 23 points, that's compared to, what is this? 8 plus 8, 16. That's an extra 7 points on this. I want to play this park instead. Might play it for 26. Yeah, I'll play it for 26. If I wait a bit, I could play a hop field and make this park better. Sure. I'll get an extra 2 points off of it. So a wheat field. If I play any more wheat fields, they are now going to be out of range of... Oh, this one. This one doesn't... It's still within the range of both the mill and the statue. I can play this guy comfortably. Now, because there's no more fields that I want to play that are within range of this mill, I'm now free to play this guy whenever I feel like. I can play him for... It's looking like 43 is the most. If I play him closer, sure, he's only worth an extra like 10 points less. Is that worth it? So if I play it far away like this, that means that I am keeping it out of range of the Hermitage that I'm placing. It means that if I play a warehouse on the wall anywhere, it's going to be within range of it. It means that any wheat fields that I place in the future are not going to be beside a mill. They'll have to be just beside all of the other wheat fields that I've played already. That's a -5 in points to every wheat field that I get in the future. So if I take the 10-point reduction and play it over here, I'm also taking some point reduction in the Hermitage that I play in the future, which sucks. But I think it is more worthwhile. The parks, they also don't like being beside the mill. It's a lot of things to think. If I play a mill over here, is it outside of the range of the parks that I want to place? Yes, 1. Yes, 2. Yes, 3, 4 for sure. And maybe I play some parks out here in the future for my monument to go down below. Okay, if I place down this mill first, I get more points from the wheat fields that I, I place down the mill first. I get more points from the wheat field that I place second because they're worth 5 beside the mill. But I don't care about that now. I'm fine to take a 1-point reduction in all of the wheat fields that I have so that I don't have to, play this mill in a bad spot close to here. I'm fine to play it out here after I've played more wheat fields in front. So I hold on to the mill for a while. This park, I said I was going to wait to ship. That means that this park... Okay. Kind of want to take up this spot with a park as well. But then I should also wait for more hop fields for it. Yeah, I'll try my best to wait on those. The shaman can't go anywhere down here. If I place him near this other guy, he's only worth 14. But then I could play houses beside him. They wouldn't be beside a city center, but do they need to be? These guys would be worth 10 points instead of... Okay, place a city center like here. It only takes a -5 reduction for being beside a shaman, so not a half bad spot, honestly. The plateaus that I have need to be in range of the city center as well for points, so that's not happening. What I think I do, 2 plateaus. Let me make sure that these guys actually scale off of terraces. Yeah, they do scale off of terraces. Okay, what I want to try is placing a plateau on top of it, or a terrace on top of a plateau. It does not work. Good to know. Because what I was thinking is 2 plateaus here, a terrace in between them, fill the area with houses, because they're going to scale off of the plateaus, the terrace, and all of the masons. I get a city center that's puts that is put down beforehand that the houses have a long enough range to be anywhere on the plateau, or just about anywhere, and still reach the city center. Do fountains care about plateaus or terraces? No, they don't. Because then what I'm thinking about is instead of placing it up here to try to get extra points for the houses off the shaman, I play a city center down here to get extra points off of these guys. It is blocking where I'd want to play the warehouse. The warehouse could still fit here. The warehouse might be able to fit on this ridge, or it could fit up here. I'm thinking up here is a better bet. It doesn't hit the sand pits as often, but it hits the majority of the masons, which is what I care about. I've still got another 4 masons to place. Which, okay, I take reductions in the points when I play them now, but I'll be playing a brickyard in the future to recoup on some of those losses. Not many, but some. And yeah, every time I place a mason, I get more points for the plateau. So plateaus are locked behind masons. Masons, I just want to play later because they're a reduction in points. I want to have more options. The shaman, where's he going? I cannot place him over here before I place my lighthouses. Do I have another seaweed farm or field anywhere? No. If I send it on my lighthouse now, I'm probably only going to be missing out on like 8 or so points from everything. And it means that I could get a shaman down in that location. If it was enough points to get me to the next round, I'd consider it. Okay, so a brewery starts to lose points as I push it further away. I'm probably not going to get too many more hop fields. Okay, if I play it here, I leave enough space for a hop field to go like off to the side there, getting it in range of both the breweries, and I leave enough space for a park to go in the back corner. To help me line it up, I can play the park first. Get it for 20 points. We can also play this park to get it in range of these flowers before I place the brewery down. If I do that, then it means... like, if I wanted to play a hop field here to scale this park higher, I'd be placing the brewery down. I guess I could wait on the... No. I'll take the points that the park is giving me. It's too good not to. Do I think I can eke out those 7 points and fit a skinny park in here after? Not the 7 points, the 1 point from the flower. I think so. I'll do that. And then my brewery is what I wanted to place next. If I play it here, there's still going to be enough space back here for my mill. Yes. Okay. And then warehouses on this edge are getting a lot better because of the 2 breweries up top. The tavern could maybe be placed down here in range of the 2 breweries, and then all the houses that I want to place here. I'm hoping for a lot more houses than mansions. Last time I got like 10 mansions. I want 10 houses this time around. It would get me so many more points. I think I'm fine shipping it on the brewery. Any hops fields that I place in the future are only going to be a like -1 in score from it being placed early. It's getting rid of some greenery, making my parks worse up here. I'll send it. Let's check out what boon we get first. Blossom. Make all trees in the area blossom for 2 points. They count as both flowers and trees. Or cliff houses. These guys don't like masons, so I might not get very many, because I was thinking that I could put some back here in range of the shaman, maybe if they've got enough, and the masons, but they don't like being built on the wall beside them. Blossom, however, I think there's only like 1 of these that you get to use, and I don't have many trees that I also want to have act as flowers. Maybe it's better for like my hermitage or something. It's not any better for my lumberjacks. Could be better for my parks. Let me see. Do I have any parks in my building bar? I'll add a building pack first to see if that happens. Higher chances for more towers. Towers are just a better structure. Okay, so we got a park. That's nice. And we got 2 houses in 1 mansion. That's even better. I was checking the park scaling to see beside blooming trees they're +2 instead of just beside a tree they're +1. So I could maybe fit like these 6 in range and then get more points off of all the parks that I want to place here. And then my monument is going to be down here so that it's in... Oh, I could maybe sneak some parks in here where the lumberjacks aren't. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees that are getting buffed by it, but these parks aren't in range of all of them. I think Blossom is like roughly the same range as this park. I'd be able to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trees at max. Meaning that any of my parks that I place here are like going to be on average worth about 4 points more. And it keeps them out to this corner easier so that my monument is like able to be placed. I'm comparing this to what? Again, I forget what the other boon is. I'm comparing this to cliff houses. Cliff houses, maybe they still like being beside plateaus. I think there's like a smaller list of what they like being beside. But I would have to build them over here instead because the masons are taking up too much space. I could place them beside the statue to get some extra points, but like they realistically need to be beside a city center. My city center is going to be within range of the masons. I don't think the cliff house is good. If I could have had Blossom versus Duplicate before, and then Summon Wisp versus cliff house, I would have taken the other two for sure. This is not as good of a boon pack as what I want it to be. Oh, Blossom's a much bigger area than I thought. Okay, no, this could be very good. It's 24 points. It gets space down here, being like possible for parks. This is worth more points right now. Getting these 2 trees up here, I think, is more worth it for the parks in the future. If I place 2 parks beside those 2 trees, it's more worth it. And I'm not going to be using these trees for anything. It's 26. Man, it seems like it gets a much bigger range. As I'm putting it up here, like down below, it seems like it's extending further than it should on that tree. Maybe it isn't. There's a 26 location here. There's the 26. Ship it. Now let's see what a park looks like instead. Okay, 2 extra points. It doesn't feel like a lot. It's going to add up to a lot. Yeah, even just this guy being worth 11 is nice. Ooh, 15-point parks down here. You like to see it. It's in range of one of them. 15, 13. I mean, 9 is not what I want from a park, but it's going to be scaled off of the monument. I'm wanting to put parks up here so that it's in range of both the monument that I place down here and the hermitage that I place up here. Towers aren't being placed yet. Do I get an extra park in here? There's nothing really stopping me from doing so. It would stop me from placing down a hop field in the location. I mean, I'll take a 23-point park, right? If I get a hop field, I just have to be mad that I couldn't place it down this skinny area. Or I'll be happy that I can place parks down there, I guess, in the future. Whatever. I want to make sure that I don't overscore. I don't play a building too high, and this goes around to the top by the time I play 30 points. I don't think it's going to, but if there's a possibility, I want to dodge it. Now, a shaman, because there's so many blooming trees over here, it could be more worth it to play it in this corner than anywhere else. It's worth 33 points. I don't know if the hermitage or things like those don't like the shaman, so I'll have to be... If I wanted to be careful, I'd wait until that point. But I see 33 points on a shaman. I think it's too good to pass up. If I play it on this side, is there anything over here that I could get a lot of points for? 28 ain't half bad. Can I get it on the other tree? It's only worth 2 points. It's not going to block as many rays. Okay, if I play you over here, are you in range of... Yeah, you're in range of the other 28-point shaman. So I do want to get you in this wall instead of this one. And was that 35 compared to... Yep, okay. I feel like that's a fine placement. Yeah, not too close. If I would have overscored by like 30 or 40 points, then maybe. But warehouse for sure. I want to have more warehouses than I have huts. Now, a warehouse, 45 points compared to 52. Takes up all of the space up here, though. And a sawmill might be better up there. If I play a warehouse over here, it does fit, but it's worth less points. It's worth 39. How many are they beside each other? 15. Okay, so I could play 2 warehouses beside each other, scoring 45 and 30 respectively, or I could play one over here scoring 41st, and then the second over here scoring 42nd, and then I leave space here for one of my plateaus. I've wanted 2 to be here though, so I could play a warehouse down here, and then my second one goes up here. I think a warehouse up here makes more sense. Maybe if I hug it to this side, I have space for a sawmill in range. I think the sawmill needed to be on the left-hand side. Let me double check. Yeah, so it's not this side, it is this side. So the warehouse goes here, sawmill goes here, plateaus still go down in front. Is this? It's not a skinny park. Give me a skinny park. I want to fill up this area, please. Okay, I think I'm going to start filling out some more space out here. Rather than getting higher scoring parks in the back, I want my eventual monument to be better. So look for 15's pretty good. Doesn't use up the space perfectly, but I don't think I need to be, especially with a green wall platform. It's going to leave space behind if I play a 15 here for another wheat field slotted right there. It's going to leave space for a skinny park to go along here and another skinny park there. I just need more skinny parks. They feel like they're so much better than the squares, in my opinion. Or if I get 14 points on it instead, it leaves space for more square parks to go down here, which I can almost double check by, yeah, making sure that a wheat field can fit comfortably in this area. Fountains. What would fountains like to be beside the parks? I think they also like monuments, but I think they need multiple city centers to be beside, or like mansions for them to be worth points in the residential districts. I'll save on to them for later, but it's nice that I've got a backup option that's scoring them above like the 8 or 9 that you get on Island 1 or 2. It would be nice to get more seaweed fields. I think I've like expunged my total for the game. It feels like you cap out around like 10 or 11 and they just stop giving them to you after that point. There's a possibility of me getting more lumberjacks. I don't place a sawmill yet. I don't place a wall platform yet. The lighthouse. Yeah, the lighthouses can go down. I'm, again, not expecting more seaweed farms or fields. Okay, if I play them over here, they're 57 points. If I play them in range of where the fishers are going to be, I would need to play like 5 fishers around this to make it worth it. I'd need to play 4 fishers around this guy to make it worth it. More than that, it's 57 points. Yeah, there's no way that this is a bad option. We'll get our next boon. We'll see what that is. We've still got Precious and Duplicate. Score multiplier multiplies the next score of the building you place by 60, and there's 2 of them. Grants the ability to reroll choices 4 times. Rerolls persist between islands. Or just any choice. So like when I'm asking for buildings, I can reroll. Okay, because there's like an order that you have to get buildings in. Does that mean like that the building that you reroll past just doesn't show up for a while? Does it not show up ever anymore? When you're choosing islands, say there's like, oh, I really like starting with wisps. Could I like reroll like 3 times on one side and it's trying to give me like new options every time, so then like there's a higher likelihood of me getting wisps because I haven't seen them in a while? I don't know. A score multiplier could be like crazy if I've got like buildings that are just going to score 200, but I think right now the maximum I'm going to score is like 150. That gets me an extra, what is that, around 80 points on top of it, so it's 230 points for a building. Rerolls don't feel like they're going to be useful like at all right now, but the fact that they persist between islands is what's drawing me towards them, and that if I don't pick them, they're probably going to go away and I'm not going to get rerolls for a while. I'll take a bigger number. I'll take a bigger number for this round. Especially because there's 2 score multipliers. I can duplicate one of my late game buildings. Maybe like a fish kite is worth a lot of points, because last time it was worth like 100. I don't know if I can force a guild hall to be worth a lot here, but we'll see. If I had to guess, it would be in Where would it go? The guild hall. I mean, last time I was able to like shoehorn together an area. Maybe I could do the same thing this time around. Maybe the score multiplier wasn't... No. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wish that I could undo my boon choice and take the rerolls instead. I don't think I'm going to get buildings that are scoring that high. Like, I'm going to get a lot of, like, these lighthouses, like, around 57 point scores. Oh, it's in range of a shaman! So it's only worth 30. Oh, no. Okay, well, this is worth 51. It's not the 57 from before, but that's not bad. 52. We'll take 53. Come on. Let me zoom in to make it easier. Huts are good with city centers and fishers. Taverns are better with more houses. And I've got breweries. I'll take the tavern. We're getting more houses than mansions. Huge. I've been blessed. A skinny park. It's worth only 22 back there. I thought it'd be worth more. Now, up here, it's worth 18, plus an extra 8 from the monument is 26. I was about to say 24. So it's an extra 3 points if I play it here. It means that it's going to be hard to play parks out here that are worth more points to the monument than just more points back there. I mean, I've also got a 15.1 down here. It's like spots for the future. I think I like keeping them closer together up top so that my fountains can scale off of more of them. Now, there's nothing else that goes back here. Do I take this space? I'll take this one first. Better with the fountains, better with the monument. I thought I had 15-point fountains before. Maybe they were... Which one are they? Oh, they're closer to this park back here. Forgot about that hidden guy. Now, wheat fields, I have some that I can place. There's not much choice to make here. They just have to be beside their other wheat fields. I have to be careful about this space, not boxing myself out. I think using up these two as like my last wheat field placements are good. So I'll play it on this side so I can help align things here a bit better. We get another boon. Adding a terrace or leveling up grants points to unlock the next building pack. Okay. That's worth 105 points or more. Let me go to the other boon. What's the other guy? Add a terrace. This guy, not going to be worth 105 points. Sure, it's more building space. Maybe it gets me higher scoring buildings in the future. But I'm going to hold on to this boon, especially because it's my last boon. I don't have anything after it, so it's not like I'm stalling my boon decisions of like, oh, I need to know that I'm playing around a Precious in the future, or duplicates, or things like that. Or like, oh, I could have summoned a Wisp on like building pack 3 compared to building pack 22. When I end up using this level up, because it's at the end, it's not stopping any of my boon decisions, and I can use it on like 150 points. So we wait on that decision. I think I'm gonna have to start shipping it on the masons and the houses. I want to get to this end of this score, and then that's what I'm building as like my next thing to get to the next round of points. The mill. If I play it now, any downside in doing so? I take up some space up here. Do the parks not like being beside a mill? I don't remember anymore. Yes, they don't like it by a score of 4. I wanted to play a few more up here. I need to wait on playing this mill. I don't want to play the wall platform or the terrace. I have not been getting more lumberjacks. And with a draw of 4, it's not likely for me to. I feel comfortable playing the sawmill as the thing getting me the points to get to the next round. There's a point for... No, because then a sawmill is going to be in range of a park. They might be fine with sawmills and just like not be comfortable with lumberjacks, but I'll put it over here. A circus or a hut. I don't need the 2 of these. I'll take a hut. We get yet another brewery. Wow. Okay, so this is something that's probably going to be on a wall platform for If it's up higher, it's going to be in range of that one brewery. If I put it over here, it's still in range of that guy. I guess. No, it would be able to be a bit further out than this. It's going to hit 43 points, 48 if I'm lucky to get all the hop fields. And then any taverns that I place, they could go... Okay, if I'm getting all of the breweries to get 18 points, how much do they get off of each house? They get 2 off of each house. I think it's more worthwhile to play a tavern up here then. Do houses score more off of taverns than they do the other way around? Tavern. +2. Okay. I thought it was like the houses don't have a drinking problem, but the tavern likes when houses, like people in the houses have drinking problems. One scores off of the other, but not the other way around. So I think it's still best for me to like play a tavern up here. Then I guess, okay, so it's 14 points if I play it in range of all of my houses, which I'm planning on playing them on plateaus. It'd have to be all the way down here. It's not going to be in range if I play a tavern like on this corner, you know? Maybe a couple of them are, but 18 points. I need it to be beside 9 houses for it to be better than playing a brewery up here. So the tavern is probably going to end up slotting in this location right here. Oh, that's such a quaint little spot for it. So nice. Oh, and it doesn't get rid of my 3x1 park spot if I want to use that in the future. Nice. This is where I said I'm shipping it, right? On all of the masons and the houses being built. Masons need to go down before plateaus. Plateaus are going to go 1, 2 here. There's going to be space for a city center right here. Okay, masons, city center, plateau, houses. The terrace can't go on top of the masons. It can't fit in here. I don't think I'm getting the houses beside a terrace. I think they're just going to be beside 2 plateaus and they're going to be happy with it. I could maybe fit in here. Okay, I want to place... No, because it's getting rid of mason spots that would fill up this wall. I did want to play a brickyard in range of all of these masons, and it can't be up on this ridge because the warehouse is taking up that spot. If I move the warehouse over here, I get 3 less points. Is that enough space to play a brickyard here that will fit in all of the masons? Okay, let me place this and then a warehouse to check. A warehouse fits? Okay, so that's probably what's going to happen is brickyard there, warehouse afterwards. Or, backspace, can I put a brickyard anywhere on this? No. Okay. So that's the most likely option. If I need to, I can play masons up top for the -5 points from the shamans, but they're still within range of all the other masons and not this brickyard down here. So I don't think it's a worthwhile endeavor. I just keep lining them up along the wall out here. I'm shipping it on the plateaus. The plateaus are going to be worth an insane amount of points if I continue doing this. Same with the city center that goes here. The city center that I'd be playing in the future, probably up here so the mansions can be beside the shaman and the city center at the same time. It might not be in range of all the masons, so I might have to... Ooh, there's not really another good spot for a city center after this one gets placed. If I place it lower, can I can tuck them underneath each other. Oh, that'll look cool that they like pop up and down. I think I like just the look of that better. Every mason that I play within range of the other masons is going to be another -4 hit to future masons, but it's going to be a +16 overall. So if I play this guy, at like, okay, so I'm only going to think about it from this, because this is when I'm starting to get negatives. If I play 1 in range here, it's taking... It's taking a 16-point reduction compared to playing it over here. Not a 16-point, that's a 23-point reduction, as opposed to playing it over here. The houses are going to be like maybe 2 beside it, and the plateaus and the city centers. Is the city center going to be in range of that up there? No, it isn't. And the plateaus certainly are not. The city center, okay, so it's 4, 8, 8, 20, plus I'm going to say 2 houses beside each mason, so 24. That means that it needs to be 24 points better to play a mason in a different position than continuing to line them up along this wall here. Man, a temple above these plateaus on a terrace or like a wall platform above these guys would go crazy. 20 points per mason. Sheesh. If I tuck him back more, I have more space to play this guy. I think. Let me try doing that in the other order to see if it works. Mason down here. Do I have enough space? No, I do not. Play the high mason first. Maybe I have enough space if I like walk him back like that. No, not enough. Oh, that's pretty close. It's pretty close. Okay, so it needs to be 24 points better, right? That was the number. The base scoring plus 1 brickyard mason. It's 24 points exactly, but this one isn't going to be in range of that brickyard up there, or it has a chance of not being. And if I get any plateaus in the future, then I'd have to place it beside these masons, and I don't know if I have the space to, because one plateau goes like this. Is there space? Oh, there's enough space for one behind to get the majority of them. Is there not enough space for my 2 plateaus to be like side by side here? I guess I need space for the city center as well, so it would be 1 here, 1 here. Yeah, that feels good enough. Feels good enough. Or I could like move this guy in afterwards. It'd be 1 here, 1 here. Yeah, I like that positioning. I should not be thinking about my 3rd plateau. I should just be playing this mason. They're going to be worth so many points. They're going to be worth so many points. 64. 64. Okay. I'm not thinking about getting any more masons. I'm playing the brickyard to recoup on some of my negatives. I don't need to play the warehouse yet. I mean, do I need to play the brickyard yet then? No, there's no reason. City center goes down first. I can put one on this side to get the 47 points, because that's just a lot of points for a city center to make on its own. To get mansions around it. I'm thinking most of my buildings on the outside here are going to be houses. Now, I kind of want to place the plateaus first to see where the city center should go. Okay, so it needs to be, if I'm aligning it up to this sand pit here, the city center can go as far as like around this line right here, lining it up with this mason, the edge. So I'd go like this, because I want the city center to be in the middle of the 2 plateaus so that the houses hit the city center more than putting it in one corner. Houses over here are not hitting this city center, but houses over here might hit a middle city center, or there's more of them that will. So there, ship it. If I get a 2nd city center, is it worth it to place it beside here for an extra 10 points on both of the plateaus? And how many points would I be getting on the houses? So it's 6 for being beside. Ooh, this could actually be pretty nice. I play the small houses down here in front of where the plateaus are going to go. So I need a bit of extra space. No, I could play this guy sideways to make him fit. Or I could place him like 3 by some of the corner pieces that only have like 3 sections of house to them. Same with this here. Can I play any on the ledge? Oh, if I can play some corners on the ledge, that'd be great for me. No, nothing? Okay. Oh, if I could fit a wall platform right here, that would be an incredible spot for houses. Oh, I can play... Is it because my brickyard is over the edge? Oh, I can sneak it in a bit. I can sneak it in a bit. It's not perfect, but it might be what I end up going with. If I played these masons lower, I might have been able to get it here. It's kind of hard to see. You can see that there's a slight red outline against these guys, but nowhere else. Oh, that's a mistake for playing them high and then low then. No, but it looked so nice. Yeah, because I could have gotten so many houses in range of everything. Not the plateaus, but getting them beside the masons would be nice. If I duplicate a city center, is it going to be worth more than anything I place that's like worth 100 points? No, I think still duplicating something like a fish kite is going to be worth more. So I place this plateau. and then I see how this guy lines up around it. That feels pretty good. If I play him further out, I still get all of the masons, and I have space for one of the houses. If I rotate him like this, there's less things that'll be in range of the plateau. Yeah, I want to have it like this. I might move him up a bit and just fit like one house in there. Now, okay, I did get to the draw of 3. I was thinking if this needle was a little bit further back, I try to pick some amount of scoring that gets me, again, just to the very edge so that I get to keep as many draws as possible. I play a plateau It sucks that I don't have a corner house to like test to see if there's enough space down there for it. I'm gonna play a plateau here and see if the L-shaped house can fit. If it does, yeah, then I'm fine with that placement. I can get rid of. It feels like it locks in pretty nicely. Do I move the plateau up at all so that more of these houses are closer to the masons? Yeah. So we undo. Move the plateau up. I'm gonna say halfway on the city center, and then we'll try placing a house in this section. There's still extra space. Okay, so it's more than halfway. Okay, I think it locked into the halfway position again, so we do this. There's my houses. Not enough space. Undo. The things I do for points. Okay, so if there's wiggle room, I'll just take it on that placement there. Not much. Okay, that's where I'm going to keep it. Let's see what our next building is. Specifically a terrace or a circus. Now, a circus would be good if I get to water platforms and I can place a water platform here instead of a plateau so that I'm not losing any points by not placing a plateau beside more of my buildings. A terrace could also be played up top here and then a circus on top of it. And I think that'll have the range to be inside of all of the houses. But I think I might want to save like a terrace or a water plateau out here for a, what is it called? A market. I want the market to be beside both the warehouse and all of my buildings. I mean, it could go here instead. It's tough. The one that I take earlier is the one that I'm a higher chance to get more of. I think I want more terraces. Terraces are going to be easier to get 80 points by placing them all the way in the middle of nowhere. And then like the guy that was going to be placed over here with Precious for like, wait, no, I can't. Okay, I was thinking maybe I can activate 2 boons at once. Let me test that out actually. So let's try activating Precious. No, it gets rid of it. Okay, that could be crazy if you could do Precious and a score multiplier at the same time. And the boon pack was a level up. I don't need to check it. I don't need to check it out. Oh, huts are bad because of all my industry. I mean, here's not too shabby. Here's better. Man, I never think about where like my huts should go. I think that's fine. I don't get too many of them. I've seen some crazy numbers with them before of like getting up to 44 because you just have like gone residential instead of industry. You build shamans beside houses to get your early points, and then your huts can be beside like 4 city centers and make a lot of points that way. What am I placing to get me to my next point total? I've got 2 warehouses now, so I have to think about 2 different spots to put them in. Or I just put one here. Gets rid of my lumberjack spots. I'm not going to be getting many lumberjacks. Not gonna be placing it here. Yeah, okay. So it's one that goes here. It's one that goes here. My brickyards only get better if there's more masons. I don't think I'm getting more masons. I can play a brickyard here to get me to my next building pack. And the masons still benefit off the brickyard if I place it first. Guild hall instead of a circus. We get another city center. Okay, so I could put one down here. Now, I have to decide between, because I didn't put it all the way in the corner. It's not going to be as many points. It's going to be worth like 35 at max. Can I get that last mason in without it? It looks like something that happens at the exact same time. Nope, 35. I have to have this be white first, not red. No, okay. I'm not going to try any harder than that. 31 points out of maximum for this guy. 33 up here with a mansion. Okay. If I play him down here, I don't have good spots for mansions anymore unless I place them in the front, which is where I want all of my houses to be, because then they're beside the masons. And I'm going to have space for 7 houses up here, right? Let me see what the mansions look like for points if I play them close. Yeah, and there's only going to be like 2 that are beside these city centers. Okay, so I place it up here for 7. It gets +8 for 15. Okay, I'm comparing 2 points to 33. I need to get 6 more houses beside this city center to make it worth it. And I'm getting rid of a good house spot. This is not the place to put a city center. Place to put a city center is up here. I think this is where I wanted to put my second warehouse though, which does suck. But I'll manage. I'll manage. I don't have to worry about placing the city center yet then. I'm thinking if I have to, I still have to wait on more buildings for my warehouse, don't I? I have to wait on the mill, at the very least, which I don't think I'm waiting on any more fields. But I'm waiting on parks, and I'm waiting on maybe the monument doesn't like this guy. I don't think I'm waiting on anything for these houses down here, especially these L block ones. I do not like these guys. Oh, and another one? Okay, well, at least I have a good spot to get rid of both of them. Like, if I gave myself just a little bit more space, I could get 2 corner pieces in here, but this way I'm only getting 1 block in instead. That's like how much worse they are. 27-point houses. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm fine with being in the corner. I want to get you as close to as many masons as possible. I think you being in the corner here makes the most sense. Or, no, like this. And then you can place a building in front of you. 27 compared to... Both of them are 27. This leaves space for something to hook into this space. Yeah, like that. I forgot to check. Okay, I haven't overscored on this one. This is something where I could have overscored. If I played something that's worth like up to 50 or 60 points, I could have only gotten 2 draws on this. We definitely take a market. We get yet another city center. Oh. Okay. One goes here. Where does the next one go? Here, I guess, just for a base score of 31 points. Where am I going to put my guild hall, actually? Okay, it's worth an amount here. It might be beside another warehouse, so it'd be worth 60. What about up here? Do I already see a 60? I do. And then there's going to be a monument. There is not yet a park in this area, which it will also naturally get another park. If I move it up further... Oh, no, that's too much of a reduction in points. I was thinking maybe I'd get the mill up ahead. Okay, so that's worth 60. There's definitely not going to be any better spots over here. Okay, Guild Hall is going up here then. Meaning that any buildings that I place from now on, if they're... I have to consider it being worth 12 more here if this doesn't already have a building of that variety here. So a city center that I place here is going to add 12 to this hall. A mansion that I place here is going to be worth 12 more. A house that I place here is going to be worth 12 more. I still don't think playing a house here is going to be worth that much. Shaman, 5. City center, I think another 5. So that's 11 compared plus 8, 19 compared to, yeah, 26, 27. Not happening. I think one of my terraces are going to end up out here, and then I play a market on top of it. I don't want to place it yet. There might be something that helps it score more in the future. City center? Okay, so if I place it right beside here, both city centers are going to help scale it. So I need to place the city centers before I play the terrace, before I play the market on top of the terrace, which is fine because I want my buildings to be down beside the city center. That works out really nicely. That works out nice. We've got 2 towers. They all need to be beside the masons. They'll just flank both sides, I guess. They'll get in range of a lot of the houses. Ooh, up here is actually nice. That's a neat spot for a tower. Okay. Fishers. Oh, they could be in range of 2 city centers on this side. Oh, that's nice. One worth 14, and then maybe I can get one worth 16 back here, and then one worth 22 here. Okay, that's 3 Fisher spots, and then we have a 12 point out here. And a 13 point over here. Okay, not too bad for Fishers. Fountains. Are they going to be worth more taking up this space from houses than they are taking up the space from the parks? Not by much. Not yet, anyways. Let me play my last house. Oh, that's a nice spot for an L block. I don't normally build around L blocks. Maybe I should more often. Maybe that's why I don't like them as much, but that's a very nice fit. Perfect. And one building on this side is still able to reach this side. I mean, I guess just this L block. If I were to place something right along this wall, I don't think a house reaches that far, but... is anything going to help scale this city center in the future? Mason, a mill, but I don't want to play that first. I want to hold out on it. The monument and the hermitage that I'm playing, the monument might not like the city center, so I'll wait as long as I can. Not much longer that I can wait because I need to play a hut. Do I commit to playing the wall platform here for the brewery, or do I need to wait a bit longer to see if the hermitage... Okay, so I play the hermitage on this space. No, the further that it goes out, the more trees that it gets. I kind of want to play it here first, and maybe I get a second hermitage over here so they're not in range of each other to get more space. No, my draw doesn't do that. I'm not duplicating hermitages. I could duplicate the guild halls if there's a 60 point here and like one that's like also going to give me 60 points right nearby. Yeah, it doesn't fit on this side. So it's worth 48 here. It's like perfectly in line with the lumberjack. This guy's only worth 36. It's a bit harder to reach. This guy's worth 48. Okay. I could make this guy worth 60, and this guy, oh, he doesn't reach. Yeah, he's not going to reach the 48 if I do that. Yeah, it's going to be 60 and 48. The 2 guild halls being beside each other are fine. I think those are the buildings that I duplicate. It might be the buildings that I add more score to. I need to keep that in mind. Any really high scoring buildings, I'm going to need to... Oh, it's beside a city center that gives it an extra 8. Maybe it's better to get down here. It's going to take up space from the warehouse that I want to put down. If it could be placed on this corner, maybe it's better. 25 plus 18 is 37. This was a 37, I believe. Yeah. Oh, but okay. There's going to be a city center up here as well. No, I think a tavern up here is still the best play. It's not losing out on too many points. Market. I think I might get it over with, place this mill, get to the next building pack, and then build around it. I want to place a warehouse here. This is one of my last buildings that I have in my inventory that would play around this. If the monument gets screwed over by this, screw me, I guess. $49 points. Right. If I play it higher, we'll do that. Hopefully the monument isn't in range of this, or it's fine with this being here. We'll see. Okay, we'll take a hermitage. That way I can see if it fits on this square. It does not. It is going to need the wall platform here. And it would be better if a wall platform's on this side, not on this side. That's 128 points. I think that's going to be one of my highest scoring buildings. Even if a guild hall goes here, I don't think it's going to be worth as much. Oh, no. The parks that I placed here mean that it's not worth as many. Oh, 140? It's not going to get there if I place it here. Oh, because of all the bloomed trees and stuff. Okay, it's going to be worth around 110 on this wall. It's going to be worth 130 on this wall. Yeah, I'll place a wall platform here. $111. Maybe it gets more over there. I guess I can always try. Use my undos. Now I'm trying to place it further off to the left here than further off to the right. I know that a Hermitage further towards these hop fields is going to be more beneficial to its score, but I need to save enough space on this slot of land for a brewery, because nowhere else fits it. Which, I guess that's a building that I can place as well. And it's a building that I should place before the Hermitage, so it's a building that I should place before the wall platform that's going to lead into the Hermitage. So the brewery goes down. It's eating some of the blooming trees. It's 8 points compared to a Hermitage liking breweries at a rate of 2. Never mind. We play the wall platform in the Hermitage first. Yeah, that's definitely as far over as we're getting it. I was hoping to like cinch it closer to the wall, but I don't think there's a possibility to. 111 versus 116. This gets one more park. Now, if we play a park, it's going to be worth an extra 5 for this Hermitage and an extra 8 for the monument. So we'll do that before anything else. Here's fine. Do we have enough points to make it to the next round to hit the... Well, do I need more points? I'm at a draw of 2. There's like no chance of me getting more parks. There's no chance of me getting this Hermitage to be any better, right? Unless, does it like fountains? Fountain, plus 5. 18 score here compared to 19 score here. So this is effectively 5 more. It's a 23 location. I have 2 of them. One of them should go down here. I don't have space for both of them. Yeah, we'll play it on the 18. Oh, it gets rid of 2 of the... It doesn't get rid of 2 of the blooming trees because I can back it up a bit. Fountain goes down. Hermitage goes down. Oh, it doesn't have enough range to reach it. Okay, well, I saw 121. There it is. Now this might overscore me. So I'm going to backspace the fountain that I did there. And if I play the Hermitage now... Yeah, that might not be the greatest. Does the warehouse need to be beside a tavern? Does not care about taverns. Does not care about warehouses. Okay, I'm going to place the warehouse here then as my way to get to the next building pack without overscoring. And we'll wait on playing the other warehouse here because it gets rid of blooming trees, and those could be really good for... not placing any more parks. I don't need to worry about it. Wall. Over a circus? I think a wall... I don't know if it wraps properly. If I had more than just one wall to play, easy take every time. A circus could score me a lot of points because I don't have more houses to play on these plateaus anymore. I don't have anything to build out here. Are the mansions going to score well then? Maybe I could slot them in. Does it? No, it doesn't reach the city center. Does this one? No. Okay. And the city center out here, yeah, is only worth 2, so it's not happening. I think a circus goes down here then instead of a wall. I want to say they get 3 points per house. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses total, plus a city center is another 10 points. That's going to be worth 31, plus maybe there's some kind of base score on it. A wall, probably only worth 31 as well, unless I put it beside Masons and it somehow likes Masons more. I'm going to take the circus first, because I think like the fish kite and other things will scale better off of a circus. It's worth 28 points because it doesn't scales 4 off of the houses, nothing off of the city center. Okay, I might be thinking of the tavern that scales off of houses and city centers then. Does a market care about a circus? No, not at all. We're not going to be getting any more buildings than the ones that I select, so no more houses. So this is a safe play to make. Nice that we get to start making safe plays now. I do have to consider, is the city center, or sorry, the circus any better beside the guild house? It takes up too much space from them. It's worth an extra 24 points up there, because I can, wait, can I duplicate? I don't think I can, right? Oh, I do have a duplicate, okay. So any building up there could be worth 24 more points, or I could play like a second fish kite for a bunch more. I'm not going to be able to fit another Hermitage in here for more points. 121 feels like one of the highest scoring buildings. I don't think I'm getting my guild houses another 5 Am I getting another 5 buildings beside them? City center is 1, mansion is 2. That's 24. I'd need another 3 over there. I could... Fisher's not going to be in range. Brewery's not going to be in range. I could put a hut down there. Worth some negative points, but worth more than being over here, especially if I use my preciouses on these guys. What about a fountain up in this location? 0 points as opposed to... Sorry, 24 points as opposed to this guy isn't scoring any extra off of the Hermitage, so it is just a raw 18 as opposed to a 19. So a fountain up here for 0 points is one of my placements. Down here could be a second one of my placements. Any other buildings that can go beside them? A tower in range of them for 53 points here is just as good as like the, I think the max is, yeah, up there at 56. I mean, it's down here at 57, but there's no place to fit it. Oh, maybe it can fit here. Maybe the guild halls reach there. I don't think they do. This one might. It reaches the shaman, and that's why it gets the extra points. I don't want to try making it reach a tower that's right beside it. So I'll place it here for 4 less points, but... oh, I could play it here for 57. And then the mansions could go beside it, because mansions like being placed after a tower. They don't... Wait, mansion... Tower +2. Yeah, it's a possibility. So that's 1 building, 2 building, 3 building, 4 building. I need a 5th one to be over there. Tavern's not going to be in range. Anything that I get out. Anything else that I get is going to be too big. Okay, how much do terraces lose if they're in range of each other? 30 points. 1 goes here for 82. 1... Sorry, okay. So if I play 1 here, I can have the houses or the mansions score better off of being near a terrace. This would also have to be my precious terrace because it's in range of the most other items. And then my second one that I score for raw points is out here for 80. So I think this is the time where I ship my precious one. Any other buildings that I put down now are going to give the terrace an extra 1 point. Do I play anything before it? I'd want to play my fountain after my mansion for an extra 3 points, right? I think I'm just gonna ship it on precious here. 155 compared to, it's an extra 20 points over here. I just want to see if like, okay, this is going to be worth an extra 24 points because of the what's it called? The guild halls being beside it, plus any extra from mansions liking being beside terraces, +7. Yeah, a lot. So it's going to recoup all of the lost points of being in a like better position by being on this wall or something. Yeah, which I just don't care about. Okay. Don't want to get rid of that blooming tree. Not yet, anyways. Sorry, I'm just like making sure that like this is the time that I want to send it. I want to make sure that the city center, yes, can fit underneath it. I want to make sure that a city center is getting enough points off of it. 27 compared to like the 33 maximum that it was going to, which leaves spaces for mansions down the side here. So that they're in range of the shaman, the terrace, and the city center. It leaves spaces for a few mansions up top, maybe, to hit the city center from the top, like one right here. It leaves spaces for mansions here, and I've got 7 of them. It's going to be hard to get all 7 of them nearby. If I move the terrace any further in that direction, it means that I get to have the city center on this side, so I can build on the outside over here. But building on the outside on this side, if I build on the outside over here, then I'm losing my warehouse spot that I wanted. And that's also reducing 24 score off of the guild houses. It is recouping how much per... Let me see. I get 1 beside it. I get like 2 beside it. 2 and that's it. And then I'm moving my warehouse out of a spot that is normally scoring plus 24, 95 to a place that is scoring like 50, I think I saw. Okay, so I score 64 with it, or I score 90 and I have less space for mansions. I think I'm going to have less space for mansions because I can probably end up putting them up top on top of the terrace afterwards, especially if it's pushed out to this side more. The city center might lose a bit of points. Okay, so precious boon. Good, it gives that back to me. And then we're placing one of our terraces. Do I duplicate a terrace? No, I'm duplicating the guild hall because, yeah, there are 2 that are going to be high scoring here. Move it further down. Let me hope that the city center is still only in range of... It's worth 19 points. Let me make sure that the warehouse can fit. Okay, if the warehouse fits here, I still have space for maybe a mansion right here. Yeah, I think so. I think so. It being worth 19 points instead of 27, not the end of the world, especially because I have space to build mansions up here. If I put it on this side, it's worth 11, 15. I think there's only space for like an L block mansion on the inside of this guy. Right? So it does matter which side I cinch it to. Let me try doing that. I'm gonna lock in this terrace spot and I'm gonna try building around it. Fish kite is definitely more worth it than a wall. Let's see how much right now. Not much, not much. Okay, so it's worth more for terraces. It's worth more for a hermitage. It doesn't need city centers. It likes lighthouses, which I don't have nearby. It likes guild halls. So I place this after my guild halls because it's 30. If I were to place it in range of my guild halls, it's only worth 24. The 24 is also getting increased by 50%, so it's better to place the fish kite first instead of the guild halls. Wow, wow, so weird. It could be in range of the guild hall by being here, but then it's outside of the range of the hermitage. If I play it down here, that's not any better. If I play it here, it's outside of range of the hermitage. I don't think there's going to be many good spots to play it. I thought it would be worth more. Guess not. What was I waiting on the hermitage for? I think it was just that I like needed to not overscore, so I think I'm fine to play it. Fountains are not going to be in range. Yeah, and then after I play this, I'm able to play my brewery on top of the 2 blooming trees here. Also able to see what my next building is. I could take the wall if I wanted to. A monument. I'm going to take that to see what I need to play around to make it worthwhile. Oh, 33. I think 33 is when I get it inside the wall. Yeah, that's not happening. So the best that I get is like 17. Maybe it fits with my warehouse in here. Is anything else going to help out the warehouse? No. So I can play it. If I put it down here, it's worth 71, and then I could put a monument here instead. That's worth minus 15. This is worth 17. It might be worth it to save some space by putting a warehouse in this side. And hopefully a monument can squeeze in on the other end. How much am I losing again? 71 to 51. Wow, that's a big drop off by not getting the extra sand pits. I'll try placing it here first and then getting a good monument spot afterwards. So the best monument spot used to be 17 here. I don't want to play it underneath the terrace because that's where all my mansions want to go. It's worth 13 up here. That's fine with me. Right? There's not going to be another way to get like a field out of its radius. We take the wall. We take water platform changes things. Water platform means that my second terrace was already planned to go out here. Does the market have enough range if it's placed on top of that thing? Definitely not. So if I play a water platform instead, it still doesn't have range to get onto a warehouse. It would if it was placed here, and it would get over top of that rock too. So a water platform ups a market by like a potential 40 score. And it's a base score of like 10 to 15. If I take a wall, that's max, I think like 30 around here. Water platform is better. Oh, okay. I didn't mention this. This is a 50-50. There are two different shapes of water platforms, and I didn't want to, like, I wanted to manifest it so hard by just saying, like, yeah, this is what's going to happen. There's a T block shape, and there's a square block shape, and I lucked into getting the square block shape. Now, I do need to move it because it's not as high as I thought. It's not over top of that rock. If I place it here, I don't think the market's going to have enough space to fit. Yeah. I wish I could have crossed that gap and, like, maybe fit sideways on this, but what I can also do is place the water platform here. It's not going to be in range of the sawmills to get their extra points, but it doesn't need to be. So like 1 and then 2 for 71 points still. That's, yeah, just as many points as I was expecting. I wait to place some mansions first because some of the mansions are now going to be in range. So the market does not get finished. I like the water platform spot. I don't think I'm changing it. There's nothing else that I'd rather have be there. I can play the brewery. That's a safe play. And it sucks that I don't get all of my hot fields like before. Does the monument like blooming trees or anything? No. I'm gonna say it's fine to cover these guys up. There. The hut, I wanted to play for an extra 24 points. I'll look for a spot that's going to like score it pretty neutrally, or as neutrally as I can, while still being in range of both of the guild houses. Let me just see what guild halls, not houses. It's worth 72. It doesn't reach that far end. Does the monument care about city centers? It likes city centers. Oh, it doesn't care about houses. Okay, so I can play the city center down here then. And if I move it down, it's going to be worth more points for mansions in the future. If I move it up, that's like one mansion. This is going to be beside like multiple more. If I put it in this corner, it might even be worth... I think I'll do that and hope that it's in range of this guild hall as well. I think that's... yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. The monument was planned to be played here. Wait, why is it only worth 15 now? Oh, it was planned to be played up here, right, for 28. Which means that I could maybe fit one of my mansions in here. It's not close enough to the city center. No. I'll save one of my big L blocks for going under here. Yeah, it doesn't have enough space to fit more than just one mansion under the terrace. And it doesn't have enough... do I have enough space to... no, I can't reach that shaman and the terrace at the same time. A house could, but this can't. I don't think I need to be worried about flowers anymore. This mansion might be out of range of the guild halls. I should place like one mansion first that's going to be in range of the guild halls, and I can play mansions afterwards that are going to be out of range. It's like my first guy. I'm thinking this is a pretty good position. Maybe no, this is better, so that it starts building the grid space off to my side. Yeah, and then this is going to be my next mansion placement. Guild Hall 1 definitely makes it. Guild Hall 2 definitely makes it. Okay. The fountain is going to be played here eventually. It could be played on this side. It's not going to be beside as many mansions. Okay. I could eke out like an extra 3 points if this guild hall that I'm planning on playing, yeah, isn't in range of a mansion that goes back here. Can I fit it like this? No, it doesn't have enough space. Okay. And the best that I can do is like... Oh, wait. If it goes into the wall more? Wait. It's a little bit too far into the wall, guys. Guys, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Oh, and I can fit an extra mansion here now because that's so silly. Okay, and the guild hall is not going to be in range of that guy, right? It is. It is. Is it going to be, like, enough to reduce my score? No, I think that 108 is, yeah, where I wanted to cut it off. Which, if I didn't push it into the wall that far, it would have been in. And it doesn't really look like it's in range of that, like, radius from this angle. It still doesn't look like it's in range. The hitbox definitely goes higher on buildings than what you think it does. The monument needed that city center to be there, but it doesn't need anything else, I don't think. It's just parks, city center, and statue. So this can be placed down without worry. Do these guys like being beside monuments? I've never checked. I've never played a monument first and then tried playing houses beside it. No, it doesn't care. Okay. Wall or wall platform? Wall platform changes things. I could maybe look for a better spot for my guild halls, but since I've already engineered this as much as I can to be for the guild halls, I'm not going to change anything. Wall platform or wall? What am I putting on a wall platform? The market was already decided to go down here. The towers don't need spaces. The terrace is going to be fine. The fish kite, of course, it doesn't need any space. I don't think I have many more buildings that I'm going to need to put on top of a wall platform. Maybe something in the future that I pull after this wall pack is going to need the wall platform. But I'll take them as like, oh, big building first and then wall platform second. I'm going to take the wall first. Yeah, down here is where I was thinking I would get all my points, even if it was just by all the masons. If I can put it between the plateaus, I remember, yeah, in the last game, you always had enough space between plateaus to squish them in. Oh, 32 is pretty nice. Now, let me see if I get it up here by this terrace. So 32 is nice, but what is that? 38 is better. It is possibly taking up space from one of my houses that are going to go inside the terrace, and it is taking up space that's like on this side. Not too much. I'm going to be comfortable with this wall placement, and maybe a couple mansions get to scale off of it. Okay, so it's a bit hard to see what's happening on the other side, especially because I need to spin all the way around. But if it's just like being put in this corner, I'm fine. I can check after I put it down with the undo button, I guess, too. Oh, am I able to get more points? 17. You know, I want to rotate it 1 and then draw it out more. Okay, I'm taking up the space that the warehouse, or that like I could use beside the warehouse, but for an extra 6 points, I'll do it. Like that. Then we'll check this side. Yeah, fits in pretty nicely. Doesn't use up any of this space, is what I was worried about. And it scores an extra 3, and it doesn't score any extra there. The guild halls like it. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording here so that I can do another panorama before I do the finishing touches. I guess it's a little bit too built before I do that, but maybe a couple big buildings change what it looks like. Okay, took a panoramic shot. I'm back. Fountain needs to go here before other mansions. This is as many mansions as I'll get. If I play it up here, ooh, that's a nice spot for it. Especially if I play mansions on top of the terrace. It'll be in range of the fountain still. I mean, if it looks good, it's what I'm going with. Tower. Am I playing anything else that's going to help scale the tower? I think a fish kite likes a tower first. Yeah, it likes a tower more than towers like it. So I'm going to play one up here in range of all the guild halls. Hopefully behind this warehouse here. No, here. And that's... Oh! I can squeeze it back in here. I'm fine with 55, and that'll be in range of both the guild halls. Presumably. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 156 point guild halls. Yeah, that's where it's at. That is where it's at. That is what it's all about. The huts are still going to go in there. I mean, this space could be filled up by a hut, if nothing else. Don't think a mansion, even like a small one, is going to be able to fit there. I think that's my hut placement. It's +2 here, which everywhere else is like minus points. Oh, because it's beside a city center, it's worth more now. I don't want to take up prime real estate from the mansions here. And if I... Oh, 4 points here is fine, actually. The hut isn't in range of anything like fishers, right? I mean, I could place my other... It's not going to be in range of this, right? No. Might be in range of some of my fishers, because they'll, like, be higher than what I expect. The city center, I could also play pretty freely, seeing as there's, like, only one good spot for it, I believe. It doesn't like up there. Yeah. It's best just down here. And I already tried getting that 35 before. I'm going to ship it on the 31. The fishers, now that I have all of my city centers down, can be placed. I don't think I'm getting any in range of the guild halls, like I said before. We've got a 26 location back here. How far can I pull it out? Not far. 24. The 18 covers up whatever spot this is going to be, and that's pretty nice. Okay, so I remember there being like a 13 back here. We've got 4 fishers to place. 24 points. This is 28 points, but it takes up more of this area. If I have it take up less, I can do like a... Okay, 26, 20, 14... Oh, 22. Hold on. Okay, so one goes like right here to get 22. We get another one here at 24. And wait, what was it at 24? Is it? Okay, 22. It tucks into this corner here at 24. Okay, the rock's there. And then this one can hit an 18. And then we can get a 13 back here if necessary. I think there's a 14 here that's better though. That's what I'm going to send it on. There might be a better way to orient the fish houses. I don't think I'm going to go for it. Right, and the farthest out that I can on this side is the best. Doesn't matter if we take the building pack now. I mean, maybe the fishers scale off of it. Sure, I'll check it. Just a wall platform, okay? If I waited on the brewery, I could have put a wall platform out here and gotten an extra like 30 points off of it. It happens. Oh, is this covering up the fishing spot? It is. Does that mean that it means that I place this guy first? Oh, but I need to like nick the corner of the fishing spot without, yeah, taking up too much space on it. So that when I place this guy that is on top of the fishing spot, he's not in range of either of the fishers. Zoom in. Make it easier on myself. 24, that's good. And then there was, because it gets rid of the fishing spot here, it's only worth 12. So I need to play this guy here first at a 14, and then I can play him after. There's nothing better than a 14 over here. No, I could try eking this out all day, but it's probably only going to be 13. Yeah, nothing on that side either. Okay. So we just barely get a 14, and then we get the 24. And does the market like the... Oh, the market likes the fishers. Okay, so that's nice that I got them down first. Market can still wait on more houses. We play that later. The hut, now that I've placed the fishers, it's not in range of any of them, but it's nice to do that just in case that were to happen. The terrace is worth 92 because I placed down the other city center. That's a good sign. That's a good thing. Fountain is worth 19. It might be worth more here after I place more mansions, so we'll hold on to it. We've already got a tower placed. The tavern is going to be worth 51 over here compared to being worth not enough, where the guild houses would have it in range, unless it fits back here. No. And it's not gonna... Oh, it does fit under here. That's an extra... That's 35 points compared to 51. 35 is also... Or sorry, 24 of that is getting scaled by 60%. Can't do the exact math on that. That's around 40 points. Which, okay, 51 compared to 51. But then my highest scoring building is scoring higher, and my points afterwards are better. So, believe it or not, this 11-point tavern is better than the 51-point tavern up top. Unless mansions don't like to be beside it. They don't care. Okay, it's a circus that they don't like. If only I could get the 29-point one here instead. What am I thinking? What? Okay. The guild halls are going to be in range a bit? Yeah, okay. And this is why I don't place buildings quickly, because sometimes I just am dumb looking in like the spots that I shouldn't be when there's a very obvious position that it's going to be better in. We'll get it in range of the statue as well. For an extra 51. Okay, now when I add buildings, am I just gonna... Is there no more packs to open? Because it only gave me a wall platform pack? I'm getting single buildings of things that I've already gotten. They're going to be either so little points or so massively game-changing that like I can't or shouldn't have been planning for them. The fish kite needs to go down within range of the guild hall. It should go down after the market for an extra 15. The market would get an extra 12 points off of the mansions if all of them were in range. So it is no longer worth it to wait on playing the market. It's better to play it first and the fish kite, so the fish kite can be in range of both of the guild halls. There's going to be no better spot for it. If I put a wall platform here, it's worth 86. So the wall platform down there are going to be in range of both the guild halls. In range, in range. Wall platform could go here, or if I get any other big buildings, the wall platform could save me. So I think, even though it's worth like an extra... No, but if I play a wall platform here, the market's on top of it here, meaning it's also in range of the guild hall, giving those more points. Yes, that's a better play. It needs to be closer to the right to get that extra 6 points, or even further over here to... No, it's not going to be in range of the city center. It's going to be too far outwards from the wall. Let's make it nice and lined up there. Enough space for a market at 86. Perfect. And then the fish kite can also go down in the area for 45. Just making sure there isn't anything that like I've been missing. 55 point. I don't think that's far enough to get both the guild halls in, right? Like this first one that's scoring 192 is going to get it. This second one isn't. Okay, if I play this one first for 180, and then I play this guy for... he does need to be further back. Okay. I can try making the front one scoring more. This guy's going to score 12 less points. This guy's going to score 12 more. I think it's better to have the fish kite in range of both of them. It is a loss of 15 points here, but then I just don't have to worry about it. Fish kites like towers, though, so I'd want to place the other tower before anything else. The other tower is going to have to be in range of all the masons and the majority of the houses. Down here, I guess. And that still leaves them within range of the fish kite? Yes, good, good. We'll see if we get any new buildings that matter for the fish kite. No, a fountain. Just not the worst, not the best. Can play it for 19 points down there, and I'm only saving 1 for up here. I'm not going to think that I'm going to get 2 fitting in this area. Yeah, because the fountains don't like each other. So play 19 points down here. I do also have to make sure that, like, with these mansions here, I'm getting to one of the score loops at the very end so that I can use my level up boon properly. Is my guild hall my rightmost building? It will be after I place the fish kite, which I'm going to ship now. And I think I have to ship now. I could alternatively play the terrace first to get to the next building pack to see if there's anything that could help scale my guild halls, but I think anything that I have put around the guild halls I already have, and I want this to be able to get me to the next score loop so that I can use my level up exactly when I need to. So fishing kite, or the fish kite first. Yeah, I'm glad that I took the score multiplier instead of the rerolls now, seeing how big my guild houses are. So now I either get to the next building pack. Oh. Something. This fish, they scale off of terraces, right? Yeah, then I made an incorrect decision. It's terrace first and fish kite afterwards. Because it'll probably be in range of this. It's so funny to just have it out here. It scores so many points that, like, I can't rectify placing it in a position that looks nicer. What's he doing all the way out here? Oh, does the fish kite... Is there any way to get it in range? Well, I'd have to have the fish kite close enough here, so I have to have the terrace be on this side, but then it's too close to the other one. Yeah, I don't think I can get the terrace in... both terraces in range of the fish kite, unless I place it too far away from the guild halls. If I play it... like here... Okay, wait. Did the fish kite tails drag into the range of the guild house? Let's check. 60 points there. Guild hall goes down. It is not within range. It's pretty close, but not quite. I'm still going to play the terrace first. Play it over here where it looked nicer, so that I can get to the next point total to see if there's any other buildings that go with my guild halls. Is that enough points to get to the next score? Not quite. Fish kite goes down. A wheat field. Okay. Is there no spot for me to connect it? There's no spot for me to connect it. Oh, right. Oh, what a nice play. Okay, I'll save that. It's 26 points here. It's more points beside the guild halls. Why does everything have to be more points beside the guild halls like this? Okay. Okay. Do I just place it here then? The lumberjack and his wheat field. I'll make sure that I can place the guild hall beside it after I do this, though. But it takes as minimal space away from the mansions as possible. Yeah, that works. Okay, let me use my boon to duplicate the guild hall before I forget. The fountain is played after the mansions. The mansions are played after the guild halls. The level up is played after the guild halls go down. I need my score multipliers on both of these guild halls because they're the highest scoring buildings. 345, 345. I can't wait until I get to later levels, and this is just like a normal thing for late game buildings to look like. There's like no way that I can finagle this to get this guy to score more. 192. Let me just see before I do that. This guy's maximum, I think, is 204, question mark? If I put him sideways and move him up. 204 if he gets the tavern, but that means that this guy would have to be pushed up too much. So it's possible, I think, to get the 206 and the 204? No, no. I'm not going to worry about it. Precious. Not precious. Score multiplier boons. Guild Hall 1 goes down for 345, like I had before. Come on. Okay, let me scroll in some more. I'm doing this from being zoomed out too far and the micro movements are too hard. I'm trying to get it up as far as I can, just in case I can get that guild hall up for an extra 12 points. I can. Nice. Okay. Right, we're not adding a boon pack. We are adding a building pack. See if we get anything new. Just another mansion. Okay. I was hoping for a house to put down here beside the circuses, honestly. I don't think I'll have space for 7 mansions to all be within range of the terrace in the city center. A good amount of them, like maybe 5. Another mill. Ooh. Okay, mill is worth, I think, 40 points is the max. Or it's worth another 12 beside the next guild hall that I place down. That's actually a lot more points than I was expecting just from the masons. Okay, okay. 41. Yeah, I'll just play it at 41. Don't need to keep looking. What's next? A park. I think I already have a park in range, right? It's so hard to tell. Okay. Did parks score off of themselves? Could I use that to like try to scan for them? Mansions will score off of parks. How much? 2 points. Anything worth 2 points down here? Anything worth 2 points? The guild hall itself? No. Okay, so park is worth an extra 12 plus 60%. I'm gonna say that's 18%. No, it's 19 points. The park is worth an extra 19 points if I play it over here. It's more worth it over here. I could maybe try to keep it in range. No, it's not gonna reach the range of any of the mansions. Oh, wait. Oh, but that's where I want to put my mansions in the future. That's not happening. It's not happening. Park goes down out here. Is this guy going to be worth more than my other one? No, it's going to be worth 204 again. Which means that I don't get like a highest scoring building for my points afterwards. But it's fine. Now is the time when I use my second guild hall. Right. Score multiplier. This guy. Another 345. It's so many chips. It's so many of them. Oh, the sound is just perfect. Yet another park. I guess now I can play it in one of the spots that's better for it. 19's looking like the best. 20. Lumberjack this late. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to. Oh, up here for 11, but it'll go down after the park. So I need to get at least 100 points. Each of these mansions is going to be worth around 20, so I can get to one more level up, and then I use my level up on the next score loop, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get 2 rings. Mansions go down first. Park, Lumberjack, Fountain. This guy, I think, was able to, like, squeak in, but I want to use the other L-shaped block for that to happen, so I can't use this space. Right, the L-shaped block goes under here, because it's the biggest thing that takes up that space. This leaves enough space for this guy to exist. This guy now exists. Place him. We can hopefully get it, yeah, beside both the city center and the terrace here. And then we place the rest of them up top, it looks like. Because, yeah, down here doesn't leave much space left. And if I have any extras, I could get them down here for a few more points. Oh. Oh, if I move my terrace just a bit closer. It's worth 15. It's... probably not better than any of these. It's not something that I needed to think about. This side is better. We slot that in there and hopefully get another L block that we can place right here. Now, okay, I need another 4 points to get to my next round total. Do I play 2 mansions in bad spots to like eke out a few extra points? Like if I'm expecting this to get a 20 point, but no, that's still worth 19. Okay, I can play it like this, and then my next one hopefully fits somewhere. Okay, that works. That works perfect. And then the fountain, does it fit? Doesn't fit there. The fountain might have to be dumpstered for less points than 15's fine. I was hoping that I could fit here, but it doesn't quite have the space. 19's better. Let's add the building pack. A house. Yeah, I can't get more than 150 points with these, so now we use the boons, and we go and use the level up to get 150 score instead of the terrace that's going to give us like around 100. And more space to build on, but we didn't need more space to build on here. A plateau. Ooh. No, but it's I guess the fissure here is what's reducing my like space. What if I try placing a mansion out here? Is it worth any more? No, because it can't reach everything. What about a house, though? Reaches that one plateau. It cannot reach, or it reaches the terrace, but it's only 2 points, so it's still best to put it close by. As 24. We can place the last mansion up here. We can then place the last fountain down here. Right. It was 19 points down here, if I remember. Yes. And it's not getting any closer. Now, park. Worth 14 down here, worth a lot more up there. Yeah. I was thinking maybe the fountain will help scale its score some. $22? 22 as well. And that way it doesn't delete a tree, it looks nicer. It is also not lined up with as many things, but hey, we'll take it. 22 points. And then the lumberjack goes here for 11, I believe it was. Oh, that is a well-built island. That is getting full. I wonder what Island 4 is going to look like. Sure, I could try replaying Island 3 as much as I want to now. Honestly, I'm fine with how this island turned out. I don't need any more than like the 10 to 20 houses that I get, or houses and mansions that I get. I got about 20 by the end of the game. I still think that the industry paid off more over the course of the game than getting these buildings higher. Maybe I could have gotten a better circus or a better market, but with only one of those buildings, and like I'm not consistently able to duplicate them, guild halls are still better duplicates than them. I'm not going to build around them as heavily. Field beside the statue still feels the best to me. What would I have changed about this? I would have waited on the brewery to get a wall platform. Now that I know that I'm getting on Island 3, if I play my cards right, I am getting every single building, every building that I've unlocked up until that point. That means from that point on, if I'm playing well, I should get every building that I've unlocked up until that point. Island 3 is the breakpoint to get everything. Later islands are just you get more of those buildings to play around. I could have played around the hops a bit better, I think. Well, it's hard to say. I haven't gotten enough monuments, and I haven't gotten specifically enough parks to like make monuments work, to want to have them away from the hops field. I never got the 1x3 that slotted in here just because it was worth more points later eventually. I think the mill placement was perfect. I kind of liked playing one field first and then everything around it because it just felt like so many more fields fit around this mill nicely. Um, hmm. The warehouses feel like they're in pretty good locations. I liked where the sand pits were. It allowed the brickyards to all be where the masons needed them to be, while scoring the most by keeping them separated from each other. I think I got 3 down. I can't remember where the third one is. No, I played a second one up here, right? Because I needed the space down here for plateau, but I still had the setup for 3 brickyards to be spaced apart from each other. Um, my boon selection was okay. I'm fine to skip the rerolls to earn an extra like 150 on this island. Probably not for when I get to like later stages where I'm going to be earning massive amount of points. It's better to have rerolls then, looking for like a good island start with like a wisp or something like that. So like in the early game, see reroll, take reroll, because I'll be on island like 18 or 19 and I'll want to have as many rerolls to like make those rounds perfect, you know? Oh no, I got my seaweed farm brewing pack, but I really need a brickmaker pack, and I just get to reroll. I don't know what the decisions are going to be, but having more options later is better than more options early. I want to econ to late game. Mills were fine. Taking Tree Blossom, I think, paid off a lot more than I thought it was going to. 30 points on the boon, plus adding so much to my parks. And if I did have them by that point, shamans, I'm sleeping on Blossom, or I have been sleeping on Blossom. If this was a bigger run and I had Verdure where I could put down more trees in one area, oh my god, that would be so many points. That would be where I'd put all my parks beside instead of by my hops fields, and then my Hermitage and my monument are going to want to both be in that area. That's probably how I play to separate my 2 types of greenery in the future. It is contingent on a perk, but verdure is also just going to add a few blossoming trees itself. So seaweed fields, I feel like I did as best I could given what I had. If I didn't have bargain, I would have taken the brickmaker pack one early, meaning, or sorry, the brewing pack one early, meaning I would have gotten enough points from playing those 2 that I could have waited on playing all of these seaweed fields out to the side. I didn't get one of my triplicates, which is 30 points compared to like the 10s that scored back here. Kind of sucks. Not much I could do about it. The fisheries, could they have benefited by being near the seaweed fields? Not as much as the seaweed fields benefited by being over there. The water platform, I'm glad that I placed it over here thinking that it could have been by a market. Otherwise, I would have placed it here beside this, what is it, like, I think sawmill, yeah, to get it an extra 7 points, and then ruin the spot for my plateau that earns so much off of the 2 city centers and all of the masons here. It could have scored all right over here, but not as good as it did on this side. And there might not have even been enough space with this rock back here. Guild houses, I always think of those later. I think I should. I don't think I should play for them early in any capacity. It's just, I get a random item, like one more wheat field. I'm going to play it beside this, which, right, it was beside both the guild houses, so it was worth it. I was thinking that it was only worth, or beside one of them, but that was the park here. I think I played the guild houses perfectly. I'm glad I didn't get more lumberjacks and sawmills. I did not have the space for them. Everything just fit nicely on this one. I don't feel like there's any wasted space on this ridge. I'm excited for more walls though, to be able to like put them in conjunction with each other. You get an extra 20 points for like linking the ends of them together. It gets really fun to snake them through your entire city. That's that's all I have to say about this level. Other than I'm happy with it. See you guys in the next one.